You can follow us on Twitter and tweet us your messages and opinions, send photos of your designs and enter our Wall of Fame competition. Or if you need any help or advice, you can email our friendly help team. Make sure to get involved and stay up to date with Jewellery Maker.
Buying from Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier. When we bring an item to you, all the graphics come on screen, and this gives you all the information that you will need to know, from the item code to the product description with all of the key information. Then the price comes on, and whether you join at the beginning or at the end of the offer, everyone pays the final on-screen price. So, when you see an item that you would like to buy, simply pick up the phone and dial our free phone number, and you'll get through to our UK-based call centre. Alternatively, you can join us at www.jewellerymaker.com and start your jewellery making journey today. Jewellery Maker, the one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.
Welcome to Jewellery Maker. We are part of the Immediate Media family. Immediate Media is a fast-growing multimedia platform company who operates some of the most loved brands across the UK. Our brands range from our other shopping TV channel, The Sewing Quarter, to our very successful magazines, such as Simply Knitting, Molly Makes, and the Radio Times. We work incredibly hard to inspire you and bring you lots of exciting ideas and projects. So whatever your creative needs, you know that our crafting family will be there for you. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Bing, 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 bing. Hello, good evening and welcome to your late show here at JM. Thanks to gorgeous Becky, who is back, I'm going to guess, tomorrow at the same time, possibly. Who can say? We'll find out tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock. Lovely to have your company. We are in our craft fair day. My name's Derek, by the way, if we've never met, because you know I'm still supply teacher. You know, they only call when every name on the list says, no, sorry, can't make it. I'm outside enjoying the sunshine today, so we get to enjoy the sunshine of this studio together. Another one of our fabulous guest designers tonight, and one that I have never worked with before. Great pleasure, and we are doing tonight #Team Yorkshire. It's Katie Parker.
Hello.
Hey, Katie.
Hello.
How are you? And you are a Wakefield girl right now, aren't you?
I am, proper Yorkshire.
Fantastic. That's brilliant. Nice part of the world, isn't it?
It is.
Nice and sunny today as well, wasn't it?
Beautiful.
We don't always see the sunshine up north, do we?
No.
Because I'm a little bit further north than you, and even I had sunshine. Even I was in the garden this morning. Fantastic. So, Katie, you got two fabulous kits tonight, haven't you?
Beautiful, beautiful kits.
So we're going to be doing a bit of seed beading.
Yeah.
And we have got some amazing sort of summer pastel gemstones. In fact, how about we show you the first kits right now and open them up for pre-order? Why not? Seems that kind of evening, doesn't it? You could be drifting in and out. You could be out in the garden with a glass of white later when the kit happens, but you'll always come back, I know. But let me show you the details of our first kit, which is this little baby right here, which is beautiful. This is Silver Bell, which is lovely. Silver Bell is fantastic. It has lots in it. You have got your multicoloured beryl rounds going on there. You've got your silver freshwater culture baroque pearls, 9x6. You've got the fancy leaf connector with rainbow moonstone in it, and you've got three really gorgeous flower connectors in sterling silver as well. So that's coming your way, and that's open for pre-orders right now, XLGC17, if you want to go and have a look at that on the website right now. Becky, producer Becky, is opening that up for pre-order right now. And part two of that kit is a 21-piece finding set for you, which is brilliant, and a whole metre of Rolo sterling silver chain, which is really, really lovely. And in the findings packs, you've got crimps and crimp covers, and you've got shepherd's hooks and head pins and bolt ring clasps. Oh, it's all going on. And that's open for pre-order right now as well. Let's just sort out that IMGC 40. Right, there's done the 2 kits business. Let me just do some star buy business for you as well. Coming up at around about 6:30 actually, we've got London blue coloured coated topaz. Absolutely gorgeous colour. I mean, so rich, so deep, so absolutely gorgeous. We are doing this as a star buy at 6:30, but you do not have to wait until 6:30 because we are going to open that up for pre-orders right now. Should we give a little hint, Becky, as to where this is going? Or should we let you go and have a look for yourself? If I give you the code IMRU39, you can go and have a look on the website right now. IMRU39. I'll tell you under 20 definitely, and then we'll see what happens at past. Right, fantastic. Right, should we get to business then? We've got lots to do tonight. In fact, the first hour is a bit special tonight. You'll notice there's a bit of a theme going on in terms of the price tags going on. They're very low. All of them are very low. We do like a bargain, Katie, don't we?
We do.
Oh, it's got to be done. Got to be done. Let's start with some abalone. Now, we've had some really, really lovely. If you were with me at the weekend, we had a strand last night of little abalone coins, and we had a strand of abalone pear cuts as well. So this big heart-shaped cabochon, which is just as good on the back as it is on the front, because of course abalone is naturally beautiful, no matter which direction you're looking at. Really nice, big 30mm cabochon. Oh, I would be so tempted in some way to wire wrap this in some way, delicately and beautifully, and have it suspended so you could actually spin it around in some way.
Yeah.
That would be lovely, wouldn't it?
Beautiful, with some silver wire.
Yeah.
Stunning.
Yeah, just have it there so you can just spin it around.
Yeah,
Let the sun come in and just bounce off of it. It's so lovely, isn't it? I love abalone, it's beautiful. And listen, there's a few locations in the world for abalone, but actually, right here at JM seems to be the best one. I mean, who wants to jump on a flight to China and pay big, big prices? Who wants to jump on the plane to New Zealand? Nothing wrong with those places, fantastic, but it'd be very expensive to go there and then pay a premium for abalone when you can come right here to JM from the comfort of your own home and you can buy this delicious cabochon of abalone. Oh, in fact, you've got to have more than one now, haven't you? You've got to have more than one of those now, haven't you? Because we are looking at £4.95. So, yeah, how many would you be treating yourself to? Couple? 3, maybe? Do you know what, actually? For a summertime, this would be lovely. I'm going to continue for a second my little home decor thought here. I think, actually, if you're creating a mobile for a nursery, rather than having pink fluffy elephants and things like that, how about something that is just mesmerisingly beautiful for little baby to stare up at? How nice would that be? That's made me broody. Not that broody, don't worry, it's all right, it's all fine. You're all safe. You're all safe. £4.95. Pete got excited then. £4.95. And you've got a double-sided abalone heart. Aren't they gorgeous? Collector in Renfrewshire, well done, congratulations. Couple of those coming your way. Well done. Right, okay, to go nicely with it, we have got mega strand of fluorite. I love it. If ever there was a perfect name for a gemstone, fluorite is it. Because, I don't know, fluorite sounds a really fresh and uplifting and upbeat kind of word, and this gemstone just shouts, doesn't it? Beautifully. It's so subtle, isn't it? This would go really nicely with your kit, actually, wouldn't it, Katie?
This kit go beautifully together.
Yeah?
Yeah, with the sterling silver, absolutely beautiful.
Definitely. Definitely. Right, now, have a look at how many stones you've got access to here. Lovely, soft, wonderful, almost Paraiba tourmaline colours, which I love, along with those gorgeous purples, but completely different characteristics in the gemstone to amethyst or even to Paraiba tourmaline. They're not quite as luminescent, as beautiful. It's almost like they grab the light and hang on to it. Almost like there's a little man in each stone with a candle lit, standing at the back, just shining it out. It's gorgeous, isn't it? I love it. It's such an incredibly popular gemstone. Hello? Hello, hello, hello? £3.95? Really? Now, if the strand was half as long, I would say, yeah, okay, that's fine. That's good. That's a bit of a PR opportunity for you. But you know this is a mega strand, don't you? This is 88 centimetres, so you've got so much to play with here. £3.95. Okay, well, listen, great. Fill your boots. It's tea time, after all. Fill your boots and fill your baskets. It's fantastic. In fact, multi-buy on this one. Julie's joined us in God's own county, in North Yorkshire. Where are you, Julie? Drop me a little text and let me know where you are in Yorkshire, because we are hashtag Team Yorkshire in front of the camera tonight. Here's how you get in touch with us. You can send a message to 60777. Start your message with the word JM Studio and send it through. It's a standard text message charge, by the way. Let us know where you are, wherever you are. You don't have to be in Yorkshire. It's just that we are hashtag Team Yorkshire tonight. We'll see if we can get that trending on Twitter, Katie. We might be able to.
Maybe.
There's a lot of jewellery makers in Yorkshire. I know that. There are a lot of jewellery makers in Yorkshire, definitely. One of my favourites. Love it. Oh my word. Right, now this is a mixture of different tiger's eye colours. So you've got some red, you've got the what we call the yellow tiger's eye. I love it. It's like the texture of really good wood grain. You know, if you get an old antique piece of furniture that's beautifully polished up.
Yeah. You just want to touch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looks like it's been Mr. Sheen, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Other polishes are available. Look at that. And actually, I have never seen, you see this colour here, which to me, now, is that looking blue to you or is that looking green to you? You tell me. Because I think there's essences of green. Let me just shift you along to these as well, because there's another one down here, look. Now, is that, what do you say, Pete? Pete's behind camera too. What do you say, blue or green?
Say very, very dark blue.
Very dark blue. Okay, that's good. See, before JM, I'd never seen blue tiger's eye. And I find it fascinating. It's almost, you're right, Pete, it's almost like a midnight blue, isn't it? Almost like a midnight sapphire blue. I've never seen that before, other than these strands. I saw one yesterday and thought, oh, now I thought it was just yellow and red tiger's eye. There you go. Every day's a school day. Comes all the way from South Africa. So you have to dodge the lines to find it. £5.95. I don't know that that's true, by the way. I may have just made that up. £5.95. I don't know where in South Africa it comes from. Might be interesting to find out, actually. £5.95. I'd love to go to South Africa, wouldn't you? You can go on a nice safari there, can't you? I'd have to be quite, quite protected, though, I think.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah,
I'd be the one sitting behind everyone, I think. Just I'll peek through the gap under your arm, because I don't want to be any closer than that. Giraffes are all right. They're friendly, aren't they? They can't do any more than give you a nasty lick. They've got really long tongues, haven't they? Well, not that long, Derek. I mean, that was a bit of an exaggeration, wasn't it? But they're quite long, aren't they? Hello, Maria. Good evening to you. What are we going to do about Maria? Well done. Melissa is here in Cambridge as well. Lovely to have your company this tea time. If you're just settling down for the evening, you got myself and Katie Parker tonight, our guest designer. She's created some amazing pieces, by the way. Have you had a little look? Have you had a little look at some of the creations that Katie has come up with tonight? They are delicious. This first kit is just, mwah, it's gorgeous. That's why we're all in pastel colours tonight, isn't it? It's lovely, isn't it? I love that left-hand side one. I think it's gorgeous, really nice. And we're going to see a little bit of that later, I think, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
Lovely, cannot wait. Right, what should we do next, Becky? Number 8. In box number 8, we have pink opal, in this kind of bracket. Are we sure? Is this Peruvian? Let's see where it comes from. Oh, it's Australian. Well, that does have quite a bearing on matters, especially price points, because Australian opal is premium. Is it new? Okay, right, new. It's worth knowing. We should have a little something that bounces onto the screen when something's new, just so you get to. And it's going under 10, Becky. Are you sure it can go under 10? Have you spoken to the powers that be? She's very persuasive, Becky, I noticed this afternoon. She was doing some negotiating with Scotty, our sales manager, earlier. And I tell you what, a force to be reckoned with. Ooh, you did do well, didn't you? Did you get the admin password from him? $4.95. That's huge. What a strand. Do you know what I'd team this up with as well? Comes from the same country. Mookite. I'd get Mookite with this one. Completely and utterly, wouldn't you? Isn't that delicious? That's wonderful. And that's Australian as well. Do you know, it's far, far cheaper. Well, listen, I don't need to say this at $4.95, do I? But it's far cheaper to come to us, to call us right now on that free number or pop this into your basket, as Maria's done in West Yorkshire. West Yorkshire, see? All of our buyers are in Yorkshire tonight. All in solidarity with hashtag Team Yorkshire, which Katie and I are. No, I don't sound like I'm from Yorkshire. I'm not from Yorkshire. But I live in Yorkshire, and that counts still, doesn't it?
It does.
I've been let in.
Honorary.
Yeah, I haven't quite got the passport stamp yet, but you know what? I'm working towards it. I think it's 5 years, isn't it?
Yeah.
Minimum entry.
Minimum.
Yeah, and that's me done then. Very good. Right, well done, everyone. Congratulations. Right, Star Buy coming up in around about 15 minutes' time. It's open on pre-order right now. Now, it's not going under 10 because it's a Star Buy, and because something like this could and would never go under £10. It is 50 carats of London blue colour coated topaz for you. Definitely going under 20. IMRU39. It's open for pre-orders now. If you want to see the price, if you want to grab it, we only have 80 strands of it as well. It's coming up at 6:30. And Becky, I appear to have. I'm not allowed to know what it is. So I can't tell you, but it goes under 10, I hear. And these are cute. These are coming up in this hour as well. We've got these two little chalkboards. They're great for merchandising. How cute, aren't they? They're brilliant. I'd love some of those at home for no reason whatsoever. Just to have them. Just to have them. Right, what should we do next then? Amethystos. Oh, it's lighter amethystos as well. Lovely. Pink amethyst, or what you may know as Rose de France amethyst. Have you noticed the price of Rose de France amethyst jewellery when you're out and about? It's a heck of a lot more expensive than the deeper colours than you see. Well, I must tell you later, Katie, actually. There was, in one of the, I'm not going to say where, we'll just say Yorkshire globally, but in one of the towns that's quite well to do, you'll know the one. I've seen in a jeweller's window, front window, gold rings in amethyst, 3, 4, 5 carat gold ring. You know, it might be 18 carat gold.
Yeah.
3, 4, 5,000 pounds. Wow. Seriously, I've got photographic evidence. I mean, seriously, I was like, wow. And you know, if that's what you want in your life, fantastic. I can think of much better ways to spend £5,000 though, in gemstones. Good Lord. I think I could get you half a mine for £5,000. $7.95. That's brilliant, actually, for 60 carats. Yes, I'll tell you later where, yeah. Katie, when we're in the break. Best not say it on telly, you know. I'll get into trouble. $7.95. What's your favourite gemstone, Katie?
Labradorite.
Oh, it's gorgeous, isn't it?
Amethyst, though. It's my birthstone.
Okay. Yeah, gorgeous, isn't it? Labradorite's just so.
Oh, it's magic.
Wow, 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 isn't it? Fantastic. 60 carats for you, and you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 on my strand. Quite nice spaces actually on there as well, aren't they? It doesn't say on the details whether they're sterling silver or even metal, or maybe they're not. They're maybe just like a large. Yeah, they're definitely kind of little metalwork tubes. You could definitely make use of them. And the tassels, because I know our designers like to use the tassels as well.
Yeah, a lot of people use the tassels. They're great. Yeah, makes some really fun jewellery.
Got to be done, hasn't it? Oh, wow! You didn't wait long, did you? Becky says, right, it's time for the mystery box now. She couldn't wait. Where did that come from? 23, 10. There you go, not far away. I just don't want to get into trouble later. Okay, well now we get to open the box. Okay, you get to see it before I do. How about that? That's it. And it's quite small, it's right in the bottom, Pete, so we're going to have to go for pot luck here. What do I think's in it? It rolls. That's all I know, is it rolls. Right, you ready, Pete? Here we go. We're going in. Da, 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 da. It's empty! Oh no, there is something there in the bottom. Oh! Oh! Now this is nice. I've never seen this shape before, actually. Actually, if I push that down there, I can send it back into the gallery and get somebody to fill it up with something else. If I'm lucky. Look at that. Oh, isn't that, it's like a liquid drop, isn't it?
You get lost inside them, looking inside out.
They are beautiful. They are. We've been so lucky ever since sort of birthday week. We've been so lucky with amber. I mean, these are big pieces as well. I mean, if you were to wire wrap that as a centerpiece for a ring, look at the profile on it. I mean, that's huge. Very nice. Look at the colour. It's just so rich. Cognac, almanac, cinnamon tones in there. Beautiful. It's like that lovely, perfect sort of burnt caramel tone, isn't it? And this goes under 10, you say? 26 millimetres in length, and then it comes out to 10 millimetres wide. Oh, you've got to have two, haven't you, for earrings?
Oh, wow.
You've got to, haven't you?
3 earrings and a ring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it would make a nice centerpiece coming off a nice chain bracelet as well, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So maybe 4.
A pendant.
How many have we got, Becky, before we start allocating, you know? Okay, just under 100. So reasonably, lots of people could have at least 2, couldn't they? Alrighty, let's see. Let's see. Price has got to be... Seriously? Yeah, that's very true, Becky. We did say under 10, but there's under 10 and there's $6.95. That's ridiculous. Got to have 2 now, haven't you? Come along, nation. Wakey, wakey. $6.95. Susan in Cambridgeshire, she spotted the deal. $6.95. Here comes Sissy in Oklahoma. Now, I did say that with an American accent-ish. Not that you'd really know. But it's not a place in Devon, is it? Because quite often, like we have a Washington here, we have a Washington in Tyne and Wear, we have a Moscow up in Scotland, don't we? We've got, yes, there's a place called Hollywood, which is near Birmingham. Always makes me smile. Sissy's taking 2. Catherine in Gloucestershire joining us, she's taking 2. Here comes Leslie in North Yorkshire. Where are you, Leslie? Another one of hashtag Team Yorkshire. $6.95. Jeanette's here in Somerset as well. Oklahoma. Anybody else live in a place which sounds like it's not in the UK? Text in, let us know. Let us know. There's quite a few, isn't there? Because there's, there is. We've done Washington and Moscow, both of which are in the UK. Any other American or any others? Doesn't have to be American. Any. You live in a place, yes, that sounds like it could be somewhere else in the world, famously. There's not an Orlando, is there? No. There's not a village called Peru or anything like that in the UK, is there? There might be. Let me know. Let me know. It might be the next village to you. You might text in and say, yeah, we quite often go and get our fresh eggs in Peru. Right. We are moving on. Number 9. This chair's very squeaky tonight. I do apologise. Don't know if it's me, or we might need some of that well-known lubricant. You know, the one with the numbers in it. We might, not just the letters, the numbers. Right, aquamarine. Aquamarine there. Oh my word! Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. Call Mark Smith. The chips are on screen. Look at that.
That colour's amazing.
Isn't it?
Absolutely amazing.
And if you think about how beautifully it goes with your multicoloured beryl rounds in your kit at 7 o'clock, look at these together. Yum, 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 yum. So if you wanted to mix up the looks with the first kit tonight, perfection indeed. Now we do know that this goes, and you know on the web already. So allocate, 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 allocate. We don't have huge numbers of these. Right, you know this is like the queen of the beryl family. Oh my holy moly. That's good, isn't it? 5x4s up to 9x7s, and you're looking at £4.95. That shouldn't be. Surely that shouldn't be. Can you let me know as well, because it's a nice hot sunny day today. I think we need to know what you're having for tea tonight. Anybody going al fresco tonight, maybe? Going out and, you know, lighting the old coals? Let us know. We want to know. I mean, you know, we're all marooned in here until 10 o'clock for your delight and delectation, but you can let us know what you're enjoying. If you hadn't have been here tonight, Katie, what would you have been up to tonight, food-wise?
Food-wise.
Out in the garden somewhere?
Yeah, it's my husband's day off, so we probably would have been outside.
Oh, might have a barbecue?
Yeah.
Very nice. Sorry, not tonight.
No, that's not.
Maybe tomorrow night. It'll be pouring down tomorrow night, I bet. It's just the way, isn't it? Just the way of the world. Right, let's do... I love these. I love these. They are fantastic. Do you ever do craft fairs or selling out and about?
I haven't done any this year, but I've done them in previous years.
Yeah.
Great fun. They're fantastic.
You've got to have fun with your merchandising, haven't you? And it's got to be eye-catching and it's got to be sophisticated. I love these. I think they're brilliant. You can have them landscape or portrait, either way round. I'd quite fancy having them like that. It depends on how much room you have on your stall. These are brilliant. You get 2 of them. It's a really lovely colour as well. It reminds me of that. What's that that paint that everyone is using in their house at the moment? That sort of chalky paint. You know what I mean? Is it something and something, isn't it? That kind of, I forget the name now, but you know the kind of paints that we're talking about. You know, neither an emulsion nor a gloss.
Yeah.
It's a really like sort of a chalky texture, isn't it? A lot of people, now paint their brick walls plain colours, don't they, in these kind of really sophisticated paints. They're brilliant. So the easel and the board are 2, so you could always just use the board on its own if you wanted to do, or in a little stand. You can use it for highlighting a particular area of your stall. Here's my emerald showcase, here's my special offer, here's my my incentive details. And then all you've got to do is get some of those chalk pens. Don't bother with chalk these days. Get some of those chalk pens. They're brilliant. And they make even people who write like they're writing a prescription. Do you know what I mean? Like a doctor. Always have fantastic handwriting when they're using a chalk pen. I can almost guarantee and promise that. Almost. And if you have
like magic for handwriting, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah, they're brilliant.
They just make your writing look really cool.
Yes. Yeah, don't use chalk anymore. Chalk's so yesterday. Use a chalk pen. Easy to get off as well. It's really easy to get off. And of course, eventually, as you use these and use them, you can repaint them anyway. You can get that blackboard paint, can't you? Which you can just paint it again. Yes, that's what I meant. Oh, is that it? £8.95, and you have to buy them once, and you get 2 of them. In fact, I'll do a little bit of a multi-buy on that as well. Size-wise, sorry, I have to work in inches. It drives me mad that everything's in centimetres these days. 6 1/4 inches by 4 1/4. 6 1/4 by 4 1/4 times 2, obviously, plus the stand. That's good, isn't it? £8.95. Actually, even if you've got one of those online shops, the ones I'm thinking of, it's quite nice to actually photograph your pieces with something like that. They just step up the sophistication level just a little bit, don't they? Because the images are so important, Katie, don't you?
Fantastic props,
definitely. Yeah, definitely. Photography is king, isn't it, when it comes to selling online?
Absolutely.
It's got to be done, hasn't it? £8.95. That's given some people some ideas. I know that. Dawn joining us in. Guess where? South Yorkshire. Hello, Dawn. Hello, Stephanie, who is in Lincolnshire, which is not far away from Yorkshire, is it? In fact, if you run out of Yorkshire, you would south over the Humber Bridge, you end up in... Oh, it's the other way round, isn't it? If you go up, you'll end up in East Yorkshire, won't you? If you go over the Humber Bridge. Jackie in North Yorkshire. Hello, Jackie. She says, evening, Derek, Katie and the JM crew. I'm in sunny Redcar, hashtag North Yorkshire. Hubby is cooking Chinese and I'm just out of hospital. Oh, bless you. Well, I hope you're on the mend. Lovely. I love Redcar. Do you know, have you been up?
I don't think I've been.
It's on the northeast coast So if you go up go up through North Yorkshire and go right, and then up past Whitby and Scarborough, you'll get to Redcar. It's beautiful.
I probably have been.
Oh, it's lovely.
Yeah.
You'll know because you'd have had a lemon top.
Oh,
It's an,
yeah. I've been when I was younger.
Yeah, yeah, that's famous for the lemon top. I only had my first one a couple of years ago, and now I'm back. Now I'm back all the time. Congratulations. And Maria's joining us in West Yorkshire. Listen, you can shop if you're outside of Yorkshire, I promise you tonight. I know most of our buyers seem to be coming from Yorkshire. Barbara in California. Mwah. Thank you, my darling. Right, listen, it's time for that London Blue Star Buy now. Hashtag Team Yorkshire. Although, come on, we need some buyers in Surrey and in Devon and in Cornwall and in Lincolnshire and Cambridgeshire and Dumfries and Galloway. We need everyone in tonight. Here's your star buy. Now, we opened this up on pre-orders at 6 o'clock. What cities are in Yorkshire? Leeds, York. Yeah, what else have we got? Sheffield.
Sheffield, Hull.
Barnsley, Doncaster.
Barnsley, yeah.
Yeah. Wakefield, of course. Yes. Meadow Hall Shopping Centre. Other shopping centres are available. Yeah, start with the shopping places and then everyone drops in straight away. 50 carats of London blue coloured coated topaz. I love this. I had a strand yesterday. This is a different strand to yesterday if you were with me on the mid-show yesterday. London blue as a colour in topaz is the darkest, the deepest, the richest and the most expensive. So the reason why that this is coated topaz as opposed to London blue topaz per se is because we could never imagine, I mean the price tags of a full strand of actual London blue topaz now I think would be in the region with us, as I think I said yesterday, somewhere in the region of sort of between 50 and 80 pounds for a strand. Whereas if we have the coated topaz, we can do it at a lot more affordably. It's just fact of life and economics. And I'll tell you why, because the process of turning white topaz into London blue topaz is a curing process, and that can take 18 months to 2 years. And there's such a huge demand for it, massively so. So with the coated topaz, you can actually get that delivered a lot quicker, which is brilliant. It's good to know, actually. You never really see London blue topaz in high street jewellers at all. But it's lovely to enjoy the different range of colours. You've got the highest blue, which is the sky blue, which is about the colour of my shirt. You've got Swiss blue, which is the colour of that piece of my shirt there, which is kind of like a mid blue. And then you've got this blue, which is London blue. And there's no other blue like it. You're the closest blue to London blue, because apparently it was named that way, because apparently if you stand on any of the bridges in London, with all the pollution, even if it's a nice sunny day, you look up at the sky, with the pollution, that's apparently what it changes. Even a bright blue sky changes to this sort of darker, inkier blue if you're stood on one of the bridges in London on a sunny day. So there you go.
Yeah, that's interesting.
There you go. Every day's a school day. Michelle's got hers straight away. We promised you under 20 on this one, didn't we? We promised you under £20 on this one, which is phenomenal, because if you want to use that colour, exceptional. Exceptional. How many do we have? It's not a massive number, actually, is it? We only have 80 available. Are you ready? Are you steady? It is $15.95, which is just superb. Let me tell you, a fraction of the price it would be if it were full Monty London blue topaz. It's superb. And have you seen fully made up jewellery in London blue topaz and the prices it sells for? It's massive, massive amounts. It seriously is. What would you be thinking? If I gave you this strand right now and said, right, challenge Annika or challenge Katie, what would you be thinking?
Just to show it off, I'd make a simple channel set bracelet, just so that I want to look at it all the time anyway.
Yeah.
Just really simple channel set, just to let it show itself off. Yeah.
Such a gorgeous colour, isn't it? It's such a nice one to work with. The closest blue really in the gemstone world would be indicolite tourmaline, the really deep dark blue tourmaline that you can, well, I say you can get. I don't know if I've ever seen it here. But of course, being part of the tourmaline family, the price is huge. So, what do you think? $15.95. brilliant, isn't it? Such a good price tag. And it's such a versatile gemstone as well, because of its richness of colour. Let me just show you against the white on the desk so you can see the different kind of nuances. In fact, it reminds me sometimes of, you know, the Sri Lankan blue sapphire. You know, this what we would refer to as the Ceylon blue sapphire. There's sort of essences of that in this as well, isn't there? It's beautiful. Love it. $15.95. We have got, sorry, hello. This is beautiful, isn't it? I love the range of the colour. Oh, yes. Right, I get it now. Sorry, Becky. I'd completely forgotten about that one. Michael, were you looking for that? Amber Cabochon. That was the... You are now. There you go. No, you're welcome. Don't mention it. Right, let me show you. I've got some sterling silver twist tubes that are coming up a little bit later on as a star by towards the end of the hour. They're on pre-order right now, by the way, if you want to have a little look. And you can already see the price tag that we've got. In fact, you get a pack of 5 of these plain diamond cut curved tubes. It's easy for you to say. NPR F17. They're on pre-order already, but wouldn't they go really, really nicely with this London blue?
They look beautiful together.
Has that given you an earrings idea now?
Earrings, maybe just a little section of a necklace.
Oh, actually, yes. Because you could use those sort of coming in towards the centre of a design, like thus, couldn't you?
Yeah, and just add your sterling silver chain, just maybe about 5 gemstones.
Yeah. Fabulous. Nice. Right, let's move on. Okay, congratulations. Right, okay, let us move on. And we've got number 14. Now, not under £10 this one, but you'll know straight away why when you see it. Look at the colours. Look at the colours you've got going on here. How delicious. Look at that. Burmese jadeite bicones. Bicones are brilliant as well, aren't they?
They are.
They're such a useful shape.
Because tessellate together.
Yes, because you can sit them all together. I found someone else who uses the word tessellate. Fantastic. I've been saying it loads lately. I love it. It's a great word. And I've never used it since school. Look at that. Yes, you can make really sort of nice sort of honeycomb looking designs, can't you, with that? Gorgeous. They are lovely. 110 carats all told, so plenty of those bicones to play with. In fact, should we have a little count up? Why the heck not? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, about 30-ish. 30, what, sorry, is that a number? 30-ish. 30-ish, that's what I mean. 10 by 8 millimetres, and a nice long strand of these. Welcome home to JM, everyone. Lovely to have your company. Oh, have they now? Now, these have been on air previously at $19.95. Now, we're not able to take them under 10, but are these the ones that we were talking to Scotty about earlier? These have sold out twice over before at $19.95, not a penny less. You've got them today, $14.95. Cheeky, cheeky deal. And this is Burmese jadeite as well. Not easy, not an easy country to get gemstones out of. I like the different tones, don't you? All of the way through. Some of them slightly lighter, softer, more, you know, when you cut an apple open, it's that kind of colour, isn't it? Beautiful. Lovely, lovely, lovely. $14.95. Hey, Caroline joins us in Surrey. Well done. Maria's here in West Yorkshire as well. Congratulations. And we've got Christine in Suffolk, who is shopping with us tonight as well. Hello, Christine, welcome. Here comes another collector as well. Congratulations. Bernadette in Angus says, I live in Dundee in Scotland, and there are another 27 Dundees around the world. Enjoying the show so far. Looking forward to Katie's makes. Thank you, Bernadette. 27, so there are 28 Dundees in the world. I didn't know that. I wonder if any of them are in England. They might be. You never know. You never know. Welcome, Bernadette. Lovely to have your company. Stick around. Well done. Right. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. Yum, 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 yum. Now, this doesn't either, surely, Becky? Definitely not, no. Didn't think so. We have got a good price for it, though. Average price of a strand like this, in what I've seen, you know, not just as a presenter, but as a viewer as well, because when I'm not here, I'm very often watching. Very often watching. Average price of a chrome dioxide strand tends to range somewhere, I feel, my own personal opinion, somewhere between the sort of 49 to 79 kind of price tag. And quite rightly too. How quickly could you return, let's say this was $49.99, it's not, it's going much lower than that, but let's say it was $49.99, how many pieces of jewellery would it take to return on that strand? Do you work with chrome dioxide, Katie?
I have done, yeah.
Yeah, it's gorgeous, isn't it?
Yeah, I've teamed it with pearls before, and it would maybe treble that price.
Yeah.
49, yeah.
It's such
using a few.
Yeah, it's such an unusual gemstone as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's not you hardly see it anywhere, do you?
No, but when you explain to your customer where it's from and how it's mined and things, people are just astounded by it.
Yeah. All the way from Siberia. Who'd have thought something so beautiful could come from such a sort of, you know, inhospitable landscape as Siberia? Anyone ever fancied a holiday in Siberia? No, of course not. Because you just think, ooh, no thanks, I'll go somewhere warm. Because that's all you think, isn't it? It's one of those places. I wonder if there is a Siberian tourist board. Have you ever been on holiday to Siberia? Maybe it's lovely. Maybe it's gorgeous. I mean, if you love, if you love snow, it's great. If you love sunshine, well, it might have sunshine as well. $29.95. Hello, Maria. Maria's here in West Yorkshire. Straight in for a strand of this. I mean, $29.95. How quickly could you return that $29.95 from that strand? And it wouldn't take an awful lot. And as Katie said, you only need very, very few stones. Have you noticed as well, when you take it outside, when you see it on TV, you think, actually, it looks quite dark on TV. But when you get it out into daylight...
It's the greenest green.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing colour.
Yeah, it goes up to... You know, if you ever see a green laser... you know, back in the day, they used to have, like, the green lasers that used to go up and down in the nightclubs and whatever. Even I remember them. You must remember. They do go to, like, an electric green, don't they?
Amazing green.
Actually, I'll bring a more relevant example that everyone will know. You know when you get some green tinsel at that time of the year that I'm not mentioning, because it'll come around before you know it. So if you get green tinsel and it's that really lovely high metallic kind of shine when it catches the light, that's what I mean.
Perfect.
That's what I mean.
Perfect description.
Yeah. Not nightclub lasers. I don't know what brought that into my head. Too much watching The Hitman and Her when I was a kid. Do you remember that?
I do, yeah.
Did you ever go to one of those clubs?
I went to them, not on that night, but I've been to one of those clubs, yeah.
Did you? Which one did you go to?
Leeds.
In Leeds?
Yeah, Ritzy's.
Ritzy's in Leeds. I've heard of Ritzy's in Leeds. I've never been there. I don't know if it's still there, is it? Other nightclubs are available.
I doubt it's still there.
No, I don't think it is now. Yeah, I remember hearing, Yeah, I've heard the stories. Right, let's move on to... Have any of you been to one of those... there was a very famous one in Warrington, wasn't there? Was it Mr. Smith's or something like that in Warrington? Was like a big venue for the Hitman and Her, Pete Waterman and all the dancers and all of the fabulously great acts of the day. It was all the Stock Aitken and Waterman people, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Sonia dancing around with her big red hair. Fantastic. Those were the days. Can you imagine if they did that now? Would not be the same at all. How about this then? Pink tourmaline. Look at the colour. That's like a traffic stopping moment, actually. I have never seen a whole strand of pink tourmaline. We've had many multicoloured strands of tourmaline. I don't think I've ever seen a complete strand of pink. Have you? It's almost like ruby, isn't it? I think a lot of you... Oh, Kathleen in Alaska is shopping with us. Now, Alaska is a place that we all want to go, most definitely. I talk about Alaska a lot on television elsewhere when I'm talking about cruise holidays, because lots of people go up to Alaska and go whale watching in the Tracy Arm Fjord and the Inside Passage. Have you ever done a cruise, Katie?
No.
No?
But that's where I'd go. Yeah.
To Alaska?
Yeah, we were just talking about it yesterday.
Oh, really?
Strangely. Yeah, yeah.
Well, what you want to do is fly into Vancouver. You want to do a Rocky Mountaineer train journey through the Rockies, come back to Vancouver, and then get yourself a nice 7-night Alaskan cruise. We can talk about that later. $9.95. I know a man who can. $9.95. It's a lovely, lovely thing to do. I've never done it myself, but I've seen all the footage, and it looks fantastic. Oh, are you going on a cruise, Kerry? Oh, Kerry and Becky are both going. Oh, phenomenal. Where are you going? Oh, they're going to the Caribbean. On Oasis of the Seas, other cruise ships are available from Royal Caribbean. You'll love it. It's huge. Is Oasis, yes, it's part of the biggest class of ships, isn't it? With Royal Caribbean. It's not the biggest, because a couple of bigger have come along since, but it's suitably sizable. You'll love it. Very, very nice. All of those water things to do. All those food options. You know it's half a stone a day, don't you? You come back like barrels. You go on as passengers and you come off as cargo. It's great. No, it's lovely. Right, are you ready for a little bit more amber? This is delicious. This is delicious. I do love amber. Do you know what? I learned everything I know about amber. I learned on a cruise, actually. One of my first cruises in 2011, I went on a Fred Olsen cruise, and it was the first one I'd ever been on. And I loved it. And I went to a presentation about amber, and I was fascinated. I hadn't really 2011. Was I doing? Yeah, I was. I was on jewellery television then, but I hadn't really taken a great interest in amber because I'd never really seen much of it. But once you hear about the history and where it comes from and how old it is, I mean, you really get hooked into the story, don't you? I love the colour as well. Oh, that's good. Nice subtle pendant. That would be beautiful, wouldn't it? Actually, I always think that amber is quite nice, worn slightly higher.
Yeah.
Bit more chokery style.
Yeah.
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 Because it's quite subtle, isn't it? But it's always fascinating. I love it. $6.95. That's amazing. Right. That's really fantastic. Grab it quickly while you can. Where did that come from? Over there somewhere. 3.11. 3 and 11 are very, very close to each other. Right, are you ready? It's time for one of these. Pauline in Berkshire got 2 of those wonderful amber. Congratulations. Bryony in Berkshire has just come in as well. It's time now to bring you our star buy. Now, we've already decided to some degree, one of the really great uses for this is actually for the centerpiece of a necklace, you know, just to bring you in to a focal point, because these are brilliant. Oh, well, there are people stocking up on them already. They are diamond cut as well, as you can see. Look at the way the light rivers off them, even as if they were micro pave set with diamonds. That's what diamond cutting is for. It's to give you that wonderful sparkle back. And of course, in sterling silver, you have the most lustrous metal there is on the planet. Right, let me just see. This is not the best idea, but I quite often go, well, you know what, it can only go wrong. Let's see what happens. I'm trying to get a piece of 0.4 wire through it. and see whether I can go round the corner. Now, this is not the best thing to do because I should use something like a wildfire.
Monofilament or something like that.
Yes, or a monofilament. But I thought I'd give it a try, and it doesn't happen. There you go, see? Human, real life, live telly, there you go, not a problem. But at least I admit it, not a problem whatsoever. But I just wanted to show you without fingers, really, to be honest with you. That's why I was trying to do that. So I probably need a bit of stuff. They're lovely though, aren't they? They've got a mesmerising sparkle to them. They're lovely. I could just watch those, like almost like a musical box. I need one of those plinky plonky tunes, you know, like the old music boxes you used to play.
Oh yeah.
Frère Jacques, Frère Jacques. Something like that. Something relaxing. Do you remember that? That's just put me in mind of, do you remember those jewellery boxes? You used to be able to wind them up at the back, and then when you open the lid, like the ballerina went round and played one of those plinky plonky tunes. Has anybody still got one of those? No? The girls in the gallery are all going, I have no idea what you're talking about, you old man, you. Like working in a creche here, let me tell you. £3.95 for these fabulous. Everyone's multi-buying. Hello, Kelly in Belfast. Can I do my Belfast accent? Is that allowed? What about you, Kelly? That's quite good, see? Like Jim from Coronation Street. What about you, Elizabeth? No? No? Oh, okay, the girls in the gallery are saying Coronation Street. That is... Yeah, it's a soap opera, girls. It's like Hollyoaks, but not quite as dramatic. Well, it has its moments. Yeah. I do watch a little bit of Hollyoaks sometimes, I must admit. You know when you're having a lazy Sunday and you indulge in a little bit of omnibus action. Do you ever do that, Katie?
Yeah.
Are you a big fan of any soaps?
Not a big one of any, but if I catch any, it's probably Hollyoaks on Sunday.
It's just ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the thing is, for those of us of a certain age, it's all filmed in the old Brookside set, isn't it?
Yeah, it
so you just recognise all of those shops and everything. It's like, well, that's just Brookside remodelled, isn't it? Well done, everyone. Congratulations. Richard and Anilja, congratulations. Well done. Amongst many others, Mary Lee in Arizona, Amanda in Fife, and many, many more as well. Congratulations. Jojo in Kent, good evening to you. Where are we going next? Number 5. Number 5. Oh, right. Okay. Right. Why? Okay. Shh. The next 2 minutes on JM are a secret. Shh. Come closer. Come closer. Come in. Come on. Yeah, come on. Keep going. Keep going. All right, there is a limit. I am over 40. The next 2 minutes on JM. Oh, shh. Colin's away at the moment. It's been our festival. Scott, our sales manager, doesn't know we're doing this. Told us not to even. Okay, have a little look at what we've got here. Oh, sorry, we can't yet because that camera's too close. I will show you in a minute. Okay, thanks, Pete. Right, shh. It's a secret. Sterling silver jump rings. In sterling silver, 6mm jump rings. I'm not going to say the price. Watch this. Don't be playing that foghorn, Kerry. Shh. No, shh. No, shh. We'll be busted. £2.95 for 20 jump rings. Oh, hello everyone. Oh, hello. Do you know what's happened? When I went quiet, everyone's gone, oh, they've got a problem. They've got technical problems. He's talked that battery to sleep. Linda, Hazel, Sissy, Sarah, Patricia, Julie, Collector in West Yorkshire, Diane in Dorset, Julie in North Yorkshire, Pauline in Berkshire. Okay, now, producer Becky is saying to me, this has to sell out. How many have we got left? 15. And you know I don't nag about baskets and checking out. Check them out or I'll come round and slap your legs. You'll have to. We have to. Talking of legs, I've got mine out. I got mine out. I've got shorts on. I was gonna put some trousers on, and then I thought no, because Ivy House is like one big sauna. Let me tell you, it's hugely hot until you come in here. We're all right, Katie, aren't we?
Yeah, we're fine now.
We're nicely air conditioned in here, but the rest of Ivy House is like the Bahamas. Right. Okay. Can we fit another one in before we go for the break? Why not? Where did this come from, Becky? Because that must go back, because then they will never know that we've done it. They'll have forgotten about that by tomorrow anyway. Oh, is this a garnet? Just a moment, please. It's a very delicate operation. We could be looking at flying gemstones here. I'll tell you what, Pete, should I just put it on the desk? Let's have a look at a recording. Here's one we filmed earlier. There you go, Pete. I'm afraid I can't make it much more exciting than that. I daren't. The problem is, you see, it hasn't got the greatest of girdles. And you know what it's like? You can't buy a girdle these days, can you?
I've not looked.
Well, you wouldn't need to, Katie, would you? I always remember my nan
Yeah.
had a girdle. Looked like torture.
Oh, yeah.
Like a huge rubber band. Sorry, Nan, I've just said that to God love her. She's long gone now, but if you're up there looking I'm sorry. Just told everyone your secrets. About your girdle. $6.95, I'm sorry. It's so funny. She was so old-fashioned as well, bless her. I loved her to bits. And I can always remember she would say, I'm just going to hang my brassieres now. She used to call them brassiere. Oh, bless her. Love you, Nan. Bless. Pauline in Berkshire, congratulations. Collector in Powys, congratulations. That was a nice little walk down memory lane there. Thanks for joining me. Girdles and brassieres. There you go. There you go. It's like the real world, isn't it? Fantastic. So $6.95. We are minutes away from our first kit. You'll be glad to know then that's the bit where I shut up and you hear a professional speak, which is good. We've got a fantastic kit for you. The first one is just delicious. Shall I? I'm just going to... No. Oh, hang on. It might be all right now. It's down like that. Okay, you might want to put your protective goggles on, Pete, just in case. I can't guarantee that this isn't going to end up in your eyeball. Luckily, there's a camera between you and it. It's a lovely stone, actually, isn't it?
Beautiful colour.
Is this a Mozambique or an Indian? Indian garnet. Indian garnet is usually actually quite heavily included, like, you know, like cherry cough sweet. Which is, so it's good to have something that has a lot of clarity to it. In fact, that's eye clean, isn't it, pretty much? You can see through the centre. Let me show you the Kool-Aid if I dare. There you go. It's quite a deep gemstone as well. Nice, I like it. It's only $6.95. Gillian in Devon, congratulations, well done. Right, okay, so coming up after the break then, we won't be talking about old-fashioned underwear. We will be talking about a brand new, fantastic two-part kit coming up, which is called Silver Bell. Now, when I say bell, I don't mean bell as in Christmas bell. I mean bell as in B-E-L-L-E, as in bell of the ball. You see, you see. And Katie has created some amazing jewellery for this kit. So you stay right where you are. We'll all go and think about it, and we'll see you back here in 3 minutes' time, where it might make sense. See you there.
We here at Jewellery Maker love to hear your feedback. So working in conjunction with FIFO, a global ratings and reviews provider, when you purchase a product from JM, you'll receive an email asking you to rate our service and our products. This helps us to bring you excellent customer service and ensure we're bringing you value for money and high quality goods. Have your say with Jewellery Maker FIFO reviews.
When you place your first order with Jewellery Maker, we'll send you a free DVD and booklet to help you get started.
Our brand new Get Started with Jewellery Maker page has been created to provide help and guidance for jewellery making newbies. If you need design suggestions, hints and tips, or help with perfecting your jewellery designs, we're here to help. Head over to facebook.com/getstartedwithjm, where our talented in-house designers are happy to answer your jewellery making questions, offer inspiration, and get you started in your jewellery making journey. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
If you have a question or a query for Jewellery Maker, then you can contact our call centre on 0800 644 655 and press option 2, or alternatively you can email help@jewellerymaker.com.
Buying from Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier. When we bring an item to you, all the graphics come on screen, and this gives you all the information that you will need to know, from the item code to the product description with all of the key information. Then the price comes on, and whether you join at the beginning or at the end of the offer, everyone pays the final on-screen price. So when you see an item that you would like to buy, simply pick up the phone and dial our free phone number, and you'll get through to our UK-based call centre. Alternatively, you can join us at www.jewellerymaker.com and start your jewellery making journey today. Jewellery Maker, the one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.
Hello, 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 hello. Oh, do you know what? Something else I've discovered, Katie Parker. You're one of the few people in the world, few people, let me tell you, because coming in at, no, it's fine, it's a compliment, I tell you, but coming in at 5'3" and 3/4 wet through, most people, in fact, you were telling me you were on with Ruth, weren't you, last time? And that's like, hi Ruth, how are you?
Yeah, I'm usually more like that.
I'm like that with Ruth as well, but there's not many people. So how tall are you?
5'1".
5'1". There's only 3 inches, but it looks quite a lot, doesn't it?
No, I've got a little bit of a wedge on, so...
You have?
Yeah.
Very nice. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, enough about how high or low we are. This, of course, is wonderful guest designer Katie Parker. Hashtag Team Yorkshire, because we both live in Yorkshire. And tonight, we have 2 fabulous kits with Katie. You're going to love them. You are going to love them. They are like your perfect summer sorbet mix, aren't they?
Yeah, they're beautiful. Delicate,
gorgeous.
beautiful colours.
Yeah. Really, really nice. Let's have a squiz, shall we, at some of Katie's beautiful jewellery. And the connector you can see in the centre of that necklace comes as part of the kit. In fact, you're getting 3 of them, which is going to be brilliant. And the gemstones you've got here are your multicoloured beryls, and they are just beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. And we're going to be demoing the centre part of that necklace in just a second, which is brilliant. You've made some wonderful, wonderful pieces. Really, really subtle as well. Really subtle. If you are slightly, if you want jewellery that's slightly more muted, that's still sophisticated, that's got some wonderful summer tones in it, this is great because you've got 2 fabulous strands in this one. Let's have a look through the kit, shall we? Because in terms of gemstones wise, you've got 2 of the most beautiful soft mix going on here. You've got the mix of the multi-coloured beryl rounds, 4mm rounds. You've got 30 carats of those going on, so it's lots and lots of beads. I'll do a little count up later for you. You've also got a strand of silver freshwater cultured Baroque pearls. So that means you've got lots and lots of individual shapes going on. Everyone is unique and everyone is different. And also in the kit, you're getting this gorgeous sterling silver connector, which I have sold on its own many, many times actually here at JM. Considering the few times that I've been here over the last few months, I've seen this a couple of times, and I can't remember the price individually it goes for, but it's very, very nice indeed. It's got 3 marquise shaped rainbow moonstone in them. It's got lots and lots of silver as well, and also you are getting these gorgeous sterling silver connectors, of which we've just seen one in the centre of that necklace from Katie's Designs there. You're getting 3 of those, which is brilliant. Now, do we have a combined kind of web price thingamy-bob, or are we just going for a price tonight? We will have a little look in just a second, because this is great. And this is called the Silver Bell Kit. We've got a second part of the kit, which is a silver findings kit as well, which we'll do. We're just going to go straight in with the price tonight. Right, brilliant. Okay, it's always good to do with kits, isn't it, actually? When you consider how premium the mix of the beryl stones are here, actually, I think the kit price is the beryl stones for me. £24.95. You've got the beryl rounds there in all of its different colours. And of course, Katie, you don't know the price of the kit before you actually arrive here with us on the day, do you?
No.
You just get sent the kit and...
Yeah, I thought it would be more than that with the amount of sterling silver that's just in these little connectors. They're really substantial.
Yeah, they are. They are superb. And a huge array of different pieces of jewellery you can create with this as well. So you are getting those 3 sterling silver, almost sort of wheel connectors, plus that long sterling silver connector with the rainbow moonstone as well. 30 carats of your multicoloured beryl rounds. I am going to give those a little count up actually, just so that you know, because actually we often talk about carats, and sometimes it's better to talk about numbers of pieces, because you had loads left over as well, didn't you?
Yeah,
Show us what you've got left actually. Out of all the designs you've made, you've actually got quite a lot of that left, haven't you?
All this.
That's brilliant, isn't it? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 33, 6, 9, 42, 45, 47 times 2 is about mid-90s. Yeah. So around the early mid-90s in number of beryl stones. And if you look at how widely they were used in Katie's Designs, she has one necklace where it's alternate pearls and beryl, the one on the right-hand side. You use them in your earrings, you've used them in all of your bracelets, and then you've got the feature necklace, of which we're going to see the demo of, actually is sort of 2/3 beryl, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
The whole of the front of that, up to this point here, and the same point over here, it's all beryl through and through. And yet you've got so much left over. I love it! I love it, love it, love it. Brilliant. Right, okay, £24.95. Lots of people already have this in their baskets. Congratulations. Now, if you want to go on and make fantastic suites of jewellery, then, of course, you will need some sterling silver findings kits. So we have a second part to the kit coming up as well, which is brilliant. Shall I show you that? Let me show you that. It's 21 pieces in all. This is your 1 metre of sterling silver Rolo chain, which is brilliant. A whole metre of it. Phenomenal. Really, really good. That's a valuable resource on its own, isn't it? Because a metre is, that's brilliant. So what's that? What's that in inches? What's a metre? Is it like 39.5 inches or something, isn't it, I think? A metre, if my memory serves me correctly.
I have no idea.
Yes, about 39.5 inches. You've got your 1, 2, 3, 4 head pins. You've got your bolt ring clasps. You've got 4 jump rings, 4 crimp beads, 4 crimp covers, and a pair of shepherd's hook findings as well, all in sterling silver, for the grand sum of Oh, it's even less now, is it? Oh, well done you, Becky. Well done. Becky is cracking that whip this evening. 17, no, oh, that's another secret. Shh, could you keep that one to yourself as well, please? Just buy it and sell it out right now. $17.95 for the findings pack. Brilliant. I love that. That's brilliant, especially when you have that 1 metre of sterling silver chain. Right, okay, now is the time where I zip it. And Katie, I will leave it over to you. Time to watch a professional at work now, and this is my favourite part.
Yeah, so we're going to use one of these connectors.
Okay.
I'm going to make the little centrepiece of that first necklace there.
Which is beautiful.
Okay. So I've just added a little bit of 0.4 wire.
Okay.
Yeah, you only need a small part. You can use your sterling silver wire if you've got it. Okay, and some chain. Okay, so to cut the chain, I have pre-cut all my pieces there, so because you don't want to sit and watch me just cut little pieces of chain.
Oh, I don't know. I find it all fascinating.
So what I do is, rather than trying to count the links, which drives me crackers, I tend to thread it on, just that last loop onto the chain.
Yes.
And then I'll think about how long I want that centre piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the centre piece, and then I'll cut that length first.
Okay.
And then what I'll do is I'll just keep adding it on to one side.
Oh, and then you can see.
Yeah.
Are you using your flush cutters there?
Yes, using my flush cutters.
You know we've got those back again, don't
Yeah.
you? We launched the bundle yesterday with the Beadle On mini travel kit as well. I think it was at $34.95 with the flush cutters, the full size flush cutters, and the 5-piece mini travel set. Go searching. It's on the website at jewellerymaker.com. Right, sorry,
Yes,
I promised
all
I'd
right.
zip it, but I just wanted you to know.
Yeah, so what I do is I try and hold it as level as possible at the top there, and then just cut my next piece a little bit shorter, like so, and then I'd add another piece of chain, do that, so I've got a graduation going up, and then what I'd do is I'd turn my wire around and then add them from that side, and just using my eye, just hold it as level as possible and match them up.
That's a good way of doing it. I mean, that makes it more fun as well, doesn't it? Because sometimes, you can be a bit too scientific about it, can't you?
Yeah, counting links, that small's not really for me.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, so that's an easier way of cutting your chain.
We like to just get on with it in Yorkshire.
We do. We don't do any messing around.
We're not hanging around.
So, looking at your connector, what you want to do is find where the middle section is. Yeah. So we're going to wrap it from the middle one way, and then again the other way. So we're just going to use one piece of wire. Otherwise, we might not have left enough at one side or another. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop our wire through that bottom petal. Yeah. And folding it back down the back.
Yeah.
So we're about halfway down our little piece of wire, which is probably maybe about 8 or 9 inches long. Okay. And we need to add the chain straight away, so we're not doing an anchor wrap, because I wanted, just for aesthetics, I wanted the wraps to be equal on each piece. Yeah, so there's 2 wraps per, just so that it looks nice and neat from the front.
It doesn't interrupt the whole view. You see, if I sort of shine the main flower, actually you basically don't really see them at all, do you? It's very subtle.
No.
But that's because you're using 0.4 as well, isn't it?
0.4. You could use 0.25 as well if that's what you've got. It would work perfectly as well.
But 0.4 might just give you just that bit more strength.
It just gives you, and it gives you something decent to hold on to as well. Yeah, so we've gone through that middle petal. So we've not wrapped it right around yet. We've just brought it down at the back, just for something to hold. So you're holding this piece of wire underneath and your connector, and then you're going to pop on your longest piece of your chain.
Okay.
Okay. So onto the very end loop on your chain, the last link. Okay, and what you want is your chain to sit on the underneath, not on top of your connector.
Okay, yeah.
So it's sitting on the underneath.
Yeah.
And then bring it back up through the same petal. Okay. So bringing it in and making sure you've got a really nice, good first wrap on there. Okay. So just for security, we're going to wrap one small there. Okay, but what we're going to do is we're going to come up through the next petal. So we're wrapping, so there'll be 2 wraps on the front here, and then up through, and the next petal is kind of a little diamond shape.
Yes.
It's sort of an underneath petal.
Yeah.
So we're going to come up through there and wrap that nice and tightly there. So our chain's sitting underneath the connector, and we've got 2 wraps there, like so, and then we're going to put our next piece on now. Okay, so and all you're going to do is work along like that, just keeping it nice and neat. So now when I first started doing things like this, you try and wrap things on, and if you don't think about it enough, you end up getting your chain on top like so.
Yes.
Or you too many wraps on one, not as many on another.
Yeah, so you've got to keep an eye on it. But the results, honestly, are phenomenal. It's really well. I had no idea this was the way it was done, and actually, it just looks looks pretty flawless. Actually, when you see it,
you kind of want it to disappear into the design, so you can't see kind of the workings of it.
Yeah.
So we've come up through that next petal. We've popped our piece of chain on, up through again. So this is going to put our second wrap on, making sure our chain's sitting on the underneath again, and then we're going to come up through the third petal. Okay, so once again, and what you'll find is your little wraps do want to splay out because you've moved to the side. If you just use the tip of your chain nose pliers and just give them a little nip together, they'll sit a lot neater. Yeah. So then we're going to add our shortest piece. So I think I did more on that one, but we've just gone with 2 each side on this one.
Yeah.
So, and then making sure we're sitting underneath again, back up through this petal, making sure that we're sitting nice and neatly, and again our chain is underneath, and then we're going to come through up through the next one. Now that one I added another piece of chain, but for time reasons, and you don't want to watch the same thing over and over again, but I will do this side. And then what I did is, just to follow on, just to secure the last piece, is added 2 wraps on there too. So 2 wraps, and then I came up through that tiny piece, so it's not through the petal, it's through the next little gap next to the frame of it.
Yeah.
Came up through there, and then I snipped my wire off.
With the flush cutters, and again, that's another reason to have flush cutters,
you're using
isn't it?
the flush side of your cutters, because there's kind of 2 sides to it. One will leave a nice sharp piece, and the other side leaves it nice and flush. Hence the name flush cutters. So flush side down, trimming that, and then give that a little squish. And making sure they're nice and neat together. So then we can start working on this side, and again we're just going to add our next piece of wire, next piece of chain, sorry. Like threading seed beads. Yeah, and then
you get to do that later instead, don't you?
Yeah. That's with a needle though, it's far easier.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
So it's a little bit more difficult when you go in the opposite direction. Just make sure that you've got that chain sitting right on the underneath there, and then bringing it up and around, over and through that petal, like so. So you kind of got to pull it tight, but not too tight that you're going to make that little bit of chain bump up and go through the next one.
Yes.
So, and again, we're going to add our next piece, but because we're coming in this direction, we're going to add the chain before we go through, obviously.
Do you know what? I think this is a really good little project for those people who have got a wire bundle of some sort with a kit. Maybe haven't ventured into it. Dare I say?
Yeah, it's a good little wrapping technique.
And they're thinking, actually, that's a very, very simple way, and it only really takes, I mean, if you can do that in what, 10, 15 minutes or so, then you've got something that's very, very effective. It's changed the look of that charm completely. And you may have many other connectors, the sort of, the ones that are, let me just see if I can get that into... I love this overhead shot. Trying to get anything into it is hilarious. But if you've got connectors like this, you'll have a whole host of connectors like that you could wire wrap in and around, and look at the effect that it creates. It's just, I mean, that's just incredible. The waterfall drop on that is awesome. I have to say, I can see the matching earrings coming from that as well.
I think we have some little feather sterling silver charms that would make a beautiful dream catcher.
Yeah, you're right. I know the ones you mean. Yeah.
Yep, so we've got it right to the end there. And again, just popping that last one in through the frame gap and around. A nice little pull there, and finishing it off. And then what I would do is I'd just look at all my little gaps and make sure everything was nice and neatly put together. Making sure that all my little wraps were together, just nice.
And that's used what, 5-6 inches of that?
It's probably not
1 metre?
Yeah, it's only a very tiny
And look.
Yeah.
I mean, we're using slightly fewer tassels on this, but isn't that effective? It's completely changed the character of the connector. And if you, again, bring that back into relation on the finished necklace that we've got here, teaming it up with the multicoloured beryl, I mean, it just looks brilliant. Shall I just review for you everything that is in both parts of the kit? Because what you're seeing there, the details over there, the XLGC details, they're for the kit with the connectors and the gemstones. So you've got the 30 carats of multicoloured beryl rounds, the 4mm round. How many did we say there was? Mid-90s, early mid-90s in number of beads, which is really good. Yeah, 94 or so. You've also got the full strand of the silver freshwater cultured Baroque pearls, which is very, very good. They're 9x6-ish. Then you've got those 3 connectors that we've just been working with, one with Katie in the demo. And you've got that other sterling silver connector, which I love. It's very oceanic, actually. I love it with the waves and the leaves going on there. It's almost like fishes leaping, or it could be, you know, something organic. You could create, you know, like a lovely branch or a tree or floral things from it. It's got rainbow moonstone in it. So that's the details for that kit. Let's give you the details for the findings part of the kit, which is these details here, which you might need a microscope to see. But that's your IMGC40, isn't it, at the bottom there? And that's your 1 metre of sterling silver Rolo chain in the 20-piece sterling silver new suite findings kit, which is 4 head pins, 2 bolt ring connectors, 4 head pins, 4 crimp beads, 4 crimp covers, and a pair of shepherd hooks. That's it. Hooks, shepherd hooks, earring doodahs. Thank you, Katie. That was brilliant. I loved that. Are we going to do something else? Oh, you were going to show us something else, weren't you? A little earring. We might see that a little bit later.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm being rushed along. Apparently, there's a bus waiting for me over there. Come on then. Come on then. We're back to do some more seed beading with Katie later, actually, which is really nice. She's got a fabulous kit coming up at 9 o'clock. In fact, we'll give you your first look at that at 8 o'clock. When we get to the 8 o'clock start of the hour, we'll give you a little look at that. Brilliant. Simple demo. But let me tell you, I mean, that, which we could all do in 5-10 minutes, couldn't we? Just another little spark of inspiration. That's what we're all about, isn't it? Right, now, listen, earlier, remember, we had these chalkboards here, the big sort of more easel-like ones. Here, we've got something slightly smaller and really, really funky. And producer Becky even just made a little sign for our pearl showcase coming up at 8 o'clock, of which full selection of pearls over there, which we'll get to a bit later on. But these are brilliant. For your merchandising, these are superb. So you get 6 of them. They've got the little blackboard section there at the front. So if you wanted to put a price on there and then clip to it, you know, maybe you know the name of a section in your stall, or it could be your branding or whatever it could be. You could also use these for table placements at a wedding. Would be superb, wouldn't it? And would be very, very cost effective. Well, I say it would be cost effective. It depends. It depends on what price we go to for 6 of these. In fact, if you know, or you maybe have in conjunction, maybe you do a lot of commissions for weddings, maybe, you know, if you've got enough of these, you can say, oh, you know, I've got this as well, don't you, which you can have for your tables. That's very good, actually, isn't it? That's very good, because you know to sort it. The only kind of place, I'll be honest with you, that I ever see anything like this available is some of those well-known card shops. You know the one I'm thinking about? The one that starts with a p, that one. And I would imagine it's probably only maybe 2 or 3 that you would buy from them. I'm not knocking them in any way. They're a fantastic business. I shop there a lot. But I see this kind of thing very seldomly. And it's got that really nice sort of artisan look about it. And again, having the little, and see, that's just a little peg there at the back, but how brilliant is that? Because you know what, for a party or place names at a wedding, you could actually peg a little photo of that person, couldn't you, as well? Because, you know, these days, you can, you know, just but you could get those pictures off of their own social media, print them out, do a little laminate, make sure it's a really embarrassing picture, not that embarrassing, not incriminatingly embarrassing, but you know what I mean, one of those cringe-worthy ones when they were 12. you know, when they were missing their 2 front teeth or whatever it was, and then put it onto their placeholder. I mean, don't offend them. I don't want to ruin the day at all, he says, thinking about it now. £8.95. Good though, isn't it? Really, really good. Like that idea. We have got a pearl showcase coming up at 8 o'clock, and we've got our I don't know what I was going to say then. Something popped into my head and then it popped back out again. Never mind. So we have got a pearl showcase coming up. Oh yes, and we've got our second kit with Katie coming up at 9 o'clock as well, which is a fabulous, fabulous kit. So 6 of those, should I say, for £8.95, which I think is very good. I'm going to leave Becky's fine work over there, just to. In fact, do you want to have a little quick squiz through the pearl showcase as well? You want to have a little look, Pete, while you're over there? Why not? Here are some of the beauties coming up in our pearl showcase at 8 o'clock. Come out, don't hide. There you go. Gorgeous, aren't they? So we've got some Keshi pearls going on there. Huge pearls going on. So that's at 8 o'clock. Right. Lemon amber rounds. Ooh. Sorry, just dropped those. You should see me at dinner. Honestly, need the biggest bib. Right, here we go. Lemon amber rounds. Baltic amber as well, so it's recovered from the floor of the Baltic Sea. And actually they say that the lighter the amber is, the younger it is. That's beautiful actually. It's quite nice to have amber that is slightly lighter in tone, because amber is just so tactile. It's really, really gentle. It's gorgeous. It's a miss it, miss out opportunity, this one, because this is the last 13 available. So be very... Have you seen amber jewellery pieces? Where was I? Probably about 2 or 3 years ago, when I used to work at the other place, which was down in southwest London. Oh no, we don't talk about it here. No. The other place down south. Down south. Shh, don't talk about it. It was nearly a year ago. I've nearly had all the therapy sessions now. Anyway, when I was down in that part of the world an awful lot, I once went to a Christmas fair, and I think it was in Kingston upon Thames in London. And they had this wonderful Christmas fair. And one of the exhibitors, if you like, in this fair was a company that had made artworks, like huge, great big framed artworks where no paint involved whatsoever, all of the pictures made of amber. I mean, you wouldn't even want to, I don't want to make your eyes water at this time of the evening, but the price tags of these artworks were eye-watering. And do you know what? If I could have done, I think I would have done, because it was, you know, just amazing. £29.95. I mean, you've never seen anything like it, but you know, the prices that amber jewellery fetches, as well, you know, I'm sure, is incredible. So £29.95. Well done, you. Let's do some lapis lazuli now. Oh, I love it. Or lapis lazuli if you're American. Lapis lazuli if you're here in the UK. Yeah, they call it lapis lazuli, don't they, in America? Lapis lazuli. It sounds right, doesn't it? We call it lapis lazuli when we have tea and cakes in the afternoon, which is what, if you're any of our American viewers, that is what you think, though, isn't it? We just have tea with the Queen every afternoon. I wish we did. Although Becky and Kerry are just telling me they did actually go for tea. Afternoon tea. They love afternoon tea. I love afternoon tea. See, we're in the best place for afternoon tea, aren't we, in Yorkshire?
Yeah, especially that place.
Got to go to Betty's, haven't you? Other coffee shops and tea shops and cake shops are available, but I'm sorry, they're not paying me to say this, but Betty's is the place. I mean, you'll notice in all of your stores these days that, you know, when it comes to tea availability, you'll find that there's a lot of shelf space dedicated to the Yorkshire tea, isn't there? Quite rightly so as well. Well, it makes a proper cup, doesn't it, Katie?
It does.
You know, not one of those where you think, well, how did the gnat sit on the cup without falling in? No. I'll let that sink in for a couple of minutes. I can't do weak tea, I'm afraid. Just can't. £5.95 for big shapes here of lapis lazuli. It's nice, isn't it? It's a different shape as well.
It is. I like that shape.
Would it tessellate though, do you think? Shall I go?
But it works brilliantly with the twisted macrame, the spiral macrame.
Oh.
Just working it in between.
I'm thinking as well that the stones are the right size. I'm going to make myself a bracelet for a second. I like doing this at JM. Sizing myself up for a bracelet. Yeah, it's kind of all right, isn't it? I think I'd have to break it up with something. I think you're right, macrame, but like maybe a black paracord or something like that. Yeah, that would work. Maybe not black, actually. Maybe dark blue or... What else have we got? I don't know, I forget all the colours we've got for paracord. Maybe white, actually. White and blue is quite a fresh combination, isn't it? See a lot of guys walking around in almost like a Breton striped T-shirts, don't you, these days? That would work. Sorry, I don't know where that noise came from at all. I've been looking around and I don't know who made that noise. I think it might have been me. £5.95. Well, we are a small select gathering this evening, aren't we? We certainly are. Right, let's find out some real bargains then, Becky, shall we? Yes, there is. Would you like some lavender amethyst? They're like little pillows. These are so sweet. I can taste the colour of these. Do you know what I mean? No, you know what I mean though. You know when you see something and you think, now if that tasted, it would just taste delicious. They're gorgeous shapes actually, aren't they? Puffy squares. They're like little pillows to me. They are lovely. So soft and subtle, isn't it? Would be nice with your beryl rounds from the kit.
Nice with the kit. They make beautiful earrings, just really simple drops and earrings.
Yeah. Gorgeous. Right, less than 30 available. Okay, we're pulling out all of the stops tonight. £8.95. This is amethyst. This is 120 carats of genuine amethyst here. £8.95. It's a really interesting shape to work with as well. And I think I quite like the idea of bringing shapes like this together in the same kind of formatting as you would in seed beading. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can bring them together and make something bigger and wider and longer, and yet still have that fluidity.
Yeah, just seeing what you can work around it, what shapes you can play with, yeah.
Yeah. I think it's a lovely idea. £8.95. What do you think, my friends? It's nice, isn't it? Yes, I do. It's beautiful. £8.95. Sorry, I was answering Becky there to you, so you wouldn't have understood at all what that meant. Martin in Cornwall, congratulations, well done. You've got those coming to you. Let's go for red spinel then, shall we now? The Queen has a red spinel, you know. They thought it was a ruby, but turned out to be a red spinel. There's nothing wrong with that. It's gorgeous red spinel. Outshines quite a lot of rubies, actually, to be honest with you. That's why they call her the mistress of disguise, you know, the spinel. Beautiful strand, have to say. Very nice indeed. Gorgeous. Should be $49.95. But it had to be done. But we have to bring it lower. $39.99 for red spinel is amazing, because if you want that ruby look, then you got it. You got it absolutely and completely in bucket loads here. Jeepers. That honestly, red spinel has such a regal tone of colour to it. And yet it's still affordable. It's still affordable. That's a gorgeous tone of colour, isn't it?
I'd be using that with the chrome dioxide from earlier.
Yes.
They'd look beautiful.
Yes, you're right. I wonder if
together.
I've still...
Yeah.
Oh, no, I haven't got that. Oh, yes, I have, yes. Well, I've got some here. Is this the one we did earlier? Yeah, this is the one we did earlier, isn't it? Look at those two together. They're the same kind of sizes as well.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, I know that looks dark on screen to you, so you're thinking, oh, actually, that's quite a nice Christmas combination, actually. You take it outside, and let it light up and let the sun through it. That'd be amazing. $39.95. Congratulations if that's coming your way. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Oh, right. Stop everything, people. It's one of these. Time for a showstopper. That's why we stopped the show, you see. And it's tanzanite. It's that gemstone that we just adore having. Look at the sizes of the pieces that you've got here. Look at the sizes of the pieces that you have here. 22 carats all told. I actually quite like the fact that these strands are a little bit smaller, because actually that 22 carats is then shared out amongst some fairly sizable carat weights. For instance, I'd say we're going up to, must be going up to, you know, 3/4 or a carat in that biggest one there in the centre, which is lovely. It's a gorgeous gemstone, isn't it? And people pay the earth for tanzanite, and they don't need to. They absolutely don't need to. Well, let me show you the price of this strand. If you make to sell, and you can buy 22 carats at $7.95. The thing with tanzanite is, if you start making it for your offering, for your craft fairs, or you know, for your online website or whatever it might be, if you price tanzanite too low, people will not believe it is tanzanite. Does that make sense? Look at the depth of colour in that one there. It's amazing. Look. I notice it's a slight anomaly in this strand, actually, because you can see the colour is much, much deeper. I mean, every strand is unique and different, but that looks like the kind of strand that most people would be tempted to attribute some kind of, you know, would be adding some A's to the start of it. Do you know what I mean? I'm not about to do that. I always leave it to you. I always leave it to you to make the judgment call. I never say, oh, that could be 27A tanzanite. I never do that. I always say to you, you know what are your eyes seeing? Hello, Susan in Hampshire. Hello, Dawn in South Yorkshire. Hello, Bertha. Lovely Bertha in Colorado. Doreen in County Durham has joined us. Sharon in Berkshire. Martin in Cornwall. Hello, Martin. Love tanzanite. Have you sold tanzanite jewellery, Katie?
Yeah, I've sold tanzanite jewellery. I've sold pieces with similar pieces, shapes to that, just simple earrings.
And do you find you do need to be careful about pricing of tanzanite?
Yeah, very, very careful.
Because if you go too low,
yeah, even for
the
smallest ones on that strand, maybe with a single pearl, a very small pearl, I'd be looking at £22 for a pair of earrings.
Right.
Just for one piece of it, you know, on each.
And people are happy to buy at that price.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. If you price them too low, they just don't sell.
Yeah, because people won't believe that they are. That's the thing. And so it's not about being. See, this is the thing that I need to get into more and more people's heads, because I don't come at this from a jewellery making point of view. I come at this from I know the price that ready-made jewellery is sold for. There is always going to be a premium to an artisan piece, so a piece that has been handmade. So it's not about you being greedy and thinking, oh no, I can't charge them that. Oh no, I can't charge them that because I only paid X for the stones. You know what? It is about pricing appropriately based on the value perception of the stones. I mean, listen, if I gave you 100 white diamonds for £1, listen, I'm never about to, by the way, this is just an extreme example, but if I gave you 100 diamonds for £1, then you wouldn't say, oh, well, I only paid £1 for the 100 diamonds, so therefore, you know, I can only charge my customers da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. You know what? You have to put yourself to one side when it comes to business, because seriously, because otherwise you will, 100% of nothing is nothing at the end of the day. So if you price your tanzanite pieces too low, no one will buy. Therefore, you're getting a brilliant margin, 100% of nothing, which is nothing. If you price your tanzanite right, it doesn't matter whether your finished pieces end up that your cost price of your gemstones is maybe 15, 20 times on the price of your jewellery. That's just the way it works, because you know what? You're going to have amethyst pieces where you're not going to get the same return. You're going to have certain gemstones where the amount of time you've put into it, so it swings and roundabouts. The tanzanite will, will make up for those seed bead pieces. You know what it's like. You spend hours and hours at seed bead pieces, and then the price you sell them for, you think, well, hang on a second, if I worked out my time and factored in my time. This is why it's good to have a good variety of pieces in your offering, because if you just do seed bead pieces, I'm afraid your business is not going to be a long life, is it? Because you're never going to be able to keep up. There's not enough of you to keep up with the pieces that you need to keep the money coming in to justify the time you took. And unless a machine comes along that can do your seed beading for you, which is just not going to happen. Oh, can I just show you this quickly? Are we doing this now? Oh, right, okay. In fact, I'll show you the amber cabochon that we're doing at the end of the hour, like I was told to. It's just, no. I'll tell you why in a second, Becky. I went straight for the leaf, but we're doing that next. This amber cabochon is coming up as a star buy round about 10-2? Round about 10-2. It's massive as well. It's really deep. Beautiful. Lovely, lovely. Right now, and I had one of these over the weekend. If you were with me over the weekend, I know a lot of you were off watching the tennis and whatever over the weekend. I had similar, different shape actually. It was a shorter, more contoured leaf. So if you had that, it was the same jasper that I had over the weekend. But if you got some of those leaves and you want sort of a longer leaf, this is beautiful. Do you know, I keep saying I've got a very small cactus garden. I've got like a sort of conservatory room in my house. It's like the one next to the garden. It's like a timber conservatory. And I've got a little cactus garden going on in there, and I would just love to decorate it with these gemstone leaves.
Oh yeah.
Aren't they sweet?
They're beautiful. I'd love that in a neckline piece, just offset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can make some incredible pieces out of big stones like this. 100-carat piece. It's delicious. We only have 24 of these. I had hundreds over the weekend. Of the leaves I had over the weekend, I had hundreds. These I only have 23. So you'll have to be super quick. And people will probably not just want to buy these in ones. They'll probably want to up their order to a couple. £6.95. So it's a little bit more than we had at the one that they had at the weekend, which was £5.95. But this one is a very much longer leaf, actually, than the one that we had yesterday, just for those people who were with me yesterday. Oh, actually, I'm glad I said that, because Becky just said, oh, well, I'll make it the same then. Thank you. You didn't have to do that at all, did you? Thank you. I'll have to remember that, Becky. Remind me of that later. We're going to make it the same price then. Same price as the leaf we had at the weekend, which is actually shorter and a little bit more contoured. I love the way that this one almost has like you can see like a little valley going on in the middle of the leaf. But look at all of the leaf, the veining with this stone. It's beautiful. Jasper I just love in all of its form. Please buy all of these right now, because they are amazing. Catherine in Lanarkshire, you've got yours. We've still got a few left. Helen in Kent, Lynn in Devon, Tracy in Lancashire, Fiona in Nottinghamshire. Norman joins us in Essex. Nicola's in Essex as well. Congratulations. No bidders in Yorkshire on this one yet. Could do with a Yorkshire bidder on this as well. 13 available. Where's where, Becky? Yeah, where's hashtag Team Yorkshire? Last 10 of these. Make sure you check them out, because they are very good. Right, I shall leave that to one side for leave it alone, Derek. Leave it alone. Hey! Thank you. I'm here till 10. I have got some gorgeous amber nuggets for you right now. Wow, this is brilliant. Just restrand this. I would. Just restrand. Now it's a mixture of those lovely sort of burnt caramels and this wonderful deeper, slightly greener material, I would say. Almost looks like tiger's eye a little bit, doesn't it? It's almost that same kind of rich golden as tiger's eye. But you'd simply restrand that, wouldn't you, Katie?
Yeah, or make it into a tree of life pendant. Autumn leaves, it'd look amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you could. Or have some, little amber bonsai out of that, couldn't you? There are only 7. I'll be interested to see the price of this, actually, because, you know, if you put Katie and my ideas together there. Okay, yeah.
You could do all that and still have quite a lot left, actually.
Exactly. And imagine your mini amber bonsai. So you just need some gold-coloured wire, some rose gold-coloured copper wire, some bare copper wire, actually, would do it. Yeah, or the champagne. That would, or the pearl, well, any of them, really. Any, really. And that little bonsai, where you could use the greener material and, you know, the traditional sort of deep caramel-coloured amber. I mean, that would sell for more than $15.95.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. That's oh, do you know what? That's just reminded me of. Do you remember many years ago? You probably still buy them now. You used to, when you used to go to tourist attractions, you used to buy little pebbles with wire legs, and then have funny eyes on their head. Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember those.
Yeah. We used to buy loads of those, didn't we? It was just like a polished stone, wasn't it? Not even a gemstone. It was just, and it had little wire legs. I don't know what popped that into my mind. Anyway, right, so let's move on. Ah, a bit of rose gold chain. Oh, quite a big one, actually. 30 inches, I would guess. Am I right? Oh, see? And they say men overestimate. There you go. There you go. It's not true at all. You found the only man that doesn't. Rose gold plated, 925 sterling silver. It's a twist curb chain. It's gorgeous, really delicious. As I say, many times I've been out to Vicenza, the big Vicenza fair. That happens the winter fair, where all of the Italian designers and chain, you know, companies come out with their new twists and their new turns, and I love it. And rose gold, so hang on, Becky, naughty, 30 inches in length. You know how much that should be? £1 an inch. Naughty. That should only be. I should chop this up now and only give you 10 inches. But because I'm such a nice person and Becky's taller than me, you can have this for $9.95. Simple as that. Last 7. How naughty is that? Look at that. It's delicious. Well done, you. Marilyn, well done. Michelle in North Yorkshire. Kathleen in Alaska. Congratulations. Oh, Alaska. Whale watching in Alaska. I would love to do that. I would love to do it. Have you been on your holidays this year, Katie, or are they coming?
No, we're doing housework this year.
Oh, are you?
Right, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's why we were dreaming about holidays yesterday.
Oh, okay, right, yeah. What is it you got to get finished?
New bathroom.
Oh, nice. Very good. Love that. It's always good fun doing the bathroom, isn't it? Are you doing it all yourselves?
Yeah.
That's brave. That's brave in a bathroom, isn't it?
I've got a handy fella.
Oh, have you? Well, that's handy. Very good. Knew everything.
Yeah.
Oh, fabulous. Lovely. I'm going on holiday in the beginning of October to Sicily. I'm going to a little place called Taormina in Sicily. I can't wait because I haven't really been away. Have I been away this year? No, don't think so. The week in Cornwall, which is not really away, is it? Because it's sort of down there. It's a long drive. It feels like a long way away, but it's not really away, is it? So I'll do a little bit of a away to Sicily because I've been such a good boy this year. Sort of. Ish. Well, I've been busy. at least. Busy enough to go on a little holiday, I think. And I always have a little week in November somewhere. Oh, hello. That's nice, isn't it? Only 7. That's quite magical looking, isn't it?
It is. I love that.
Now, this Game of Thrones business, when's that? Has it been on, or is it?
It's been on.
Has it been on now?
Yeah, I watched it this morning.
Oh, I've never seen one of them.
I only started a few months ago and watched the whole lot.
Oh, did you?
Lot ones.
There'll be no hashtag spoilers for anyone who's catching up, because that's a big thing. People do get really quite angsty about that, don't they? Don't be spoiling it. I've only just started season 3, whatever season it's on now. What season is it in now?
7.
7?
Yeah.
How many are in each season? 10, 12, 13, something like that?
Yeah, something like 12.
Hashtag big commitment. There are a lot of hashtags in tonight's show, I'm sorry. That could become rather annoying, that, couldn't it? $5.95. That's delicious, isn't it? Really nice. And you so many of those as well. That's quite sweet. I actually think that would oh, actually now I've got it over my hand, I'm thinking different things. What are you thinking, Katie? If I gave you that as a challenge strand, what would you be thinking?
I'm thinking something like a mermaid's tail or something like that.
Ah. Yes. I see what you mean with that sort
like
of
that
silvery.
pink, yeah, there's other colours that you get through it.
Yeah. It's nice, isn't it? Lots of you have spotted that one. A little bit like a magpie. Magpie even. Right, okay, good. Clearly we've established that I cannot speak this evening, but never mind. We shall plod on regardless and do one of these. We love our amber this evening. We do love our amber this evening. Don't forget we've got a pearl showcase as being finely displayed by that sign over there, which is good. That's coming up in 10 minutes' time. We've got lots and lots of pearls coming up. Keshi pearls, black pearls, baroque. We've got some rice pearls. It's all coming up for you at 8 o'clock. Oh, it's a brand new champagne ones as well. Champagne for everyone. Fantastic. Look at that. That'd be great as a wire-wrapped ring, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I think? I think, Katie, if you end up buying one of these, I think it's going to be a looker for a while, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
I think it's one that sits there and you think, oh, I can't bear to part with you. It is beautiful, isn't it? It's a big piece as well. Now, we just give you size dimensions on amber. Obviously, it's not measured in carats because it's not a stone per se. Excuse me, 25 by 18 millimetre. The depth on that is phenomenal. If you see the way that you get the glow through the amber to the skin as well, it's so flattering to any skin tone. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. And again, all of that quench crackling on the inside. See, I didn't know. A lot of people think that the visual specks that you can see that aren't actually something, a lot of people think they are something, and they weren't. They were just little air bubbles, which they plunged this into a hot liquid to expand the air bubbles and then suddenly transfer it into a very cold liquid. And because it's not a, excuse me, because it's not a stone that will shatter, the little air bubbles inside expand and then they go, it's a very specific sound. It goes like that. And that causes these little, that's what creates these little, you can see, now I've said it, you can see, you know, so the little inclusions, if you like, that aren't, you know, matter, that aren't solid or dark in colour, the lighter ones where you think, oh, that makes sense now, doesn't it? It's called quench crackling. They've been doing it for with amber for over 1,000 years, and luckily amber is very, very robust. as it bounces across the desk. I love this, and it should be very, very costly. But I do know, I'm going to be honest with you, we are a little bit quieter than normally we would be at this time on a Monday evening. I don't know why. Well, I probably do know why, actually. It's that time of the year, isn't it? It's the start of the school holidays. It's that time of the month. No, not that time of the month. It's that time of the month where people are thinking, right, okay, we're keeping an eye on the pennies. The kids are on their summer holidays, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And it's very nice weather, isn't it? So there's a lot of people in transit, so to speak. I came down, and I'm sure you did, Katie, as well, down the M1. Oh, and it was crawling along with every, every person that only drives twice a year. Yeah. We're setting off at 12 and we'll see you about 7. We'll stop for a nice cup of tea at Newport Bagnall. You know, those kind of people. God love them. You know what I mean, though?
Yeah.
The Deirdre dawdlers. No offence if your name's Deirdre, but you know the kind of people I mean. I'm sitting here in middle lane at 42 miles an hour, and I'm not moving for anyone. And then you've got it's wibbly wobbly season as well, isn't it, out on the roads? All the caravans are out as well. We always take a caravan out once a year. I would love a caravan, actually, to be honest. The amount of time I spend away, actually a caravan would be very good for me. Or one of those sort of, what do they call it? Not showerabang. I don't mean showerabang. One of those, like camper vans with the handbrake that you pull out like that. I think I need one of those. The amount that I'm on the road. Be better than some of these houses of horrors that I can stay in sometimes when I'm around and about, let me tell you. Yeah, couldn't I? Could just sleep in the garden here at Ivy House. Could just hide in the middle of the maze. There is a maze here. It's great. And there's a shower here, yeah? Yeah, because we are in what was and what could still be the swimming pool. It'd be wonderful. We've got a working Aga in the kitchen. Brilliant. Actually, I could move into Uncle Bob's, couldn't I? There's a little extra house in the middle of Ivy House, which used to belong to Uncle Bob. And so everyone calls it Uncle Bob's. Uncle Bob's not here anymore because now our photography team and a few other people are in there. Yeah, no, he's still around, but he just doesn't live here anymore. Anyway, oh, hang on a second, sorry. I do beg your pardon. I can't, all of this time, I can't believe you slipped that in without, we were so busy nattering, I've only just dropped in that the price has gone down. I'm so glad you didn't see that. I'm so glad you didn't see that. I don't know why they let me in, Katie, to be honest. Can you believe this? I mean, of all the presenters you must have worked with before, I mean, they know what they're doing. They're utter professionals, and then you've got this buffoon who's throwing amber around the studio. Look at that, though. That is delicious. There's sort of reddish tones in there as well, isn't there? £12.95. Now, I only have 2 people who've come in for one of these so far. And if you think about the size of this piece of amber and the depth of this piece of amber, I am honestly surprised. It's like everyone's gone to the beach this evening, isn't it? I have 2 bidders. I've got Martin in Cornwall, and I've got Linda, who is in Angus, the place. And this piece of amber is just £12.95. If I wire wrapped that into a pendant, Katie, what do you think? Well, what would your retail price be, ish?
With sterling, I'd probably use sterling silver wire with amber. It would be around about £65 to £70.
And your price, £12.95.
That's for a really simple wrap.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to overface it. You'd just want to, and you'd keep the back really clear as well, so that you can still get that light through as well.
Yeah. And if that were a bangle, like a feature bangle, and this was the centrepiece, I'm guessing, you probably would use some other pieces of amber as well, maybe.
Yeah, but
you could be talking 3 figures, couldn't you?
Oh, yeah, easily.
Easy peasy. And I only had 2 people. Well, Listen, we have got a whole pearl showcase coming up for you for the next hour here at JM. I hope you do stick around because we are a small select bunch tonight. So I want you to get involved as well. I want you to drop us a little text and let us know that you're out there. 60777, start your message with JM Studio. We would love to hear from you. So it's pearls, 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 pearls coming up in 3 minutes time for an hour.
Did you know, no matter how many times you purchase with Jewellery Maker in the same day, you'll only be charged one fee of postage and packaging. Select our standard delivery for just £2.95, or if you'd like to receive your goods sooner, upgrade to our premium option for £4.95. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
If for any reason you're not satisfied with your purchase, you have the benefit of our 30-day money-back guarantee.
Welcome to Jewellery Maker. We are part of the Immediate Media family. Immediate Media is a fast-growing multimedia platform company who operates some of the most loved brands across the UK. Our brands range from our other shopping TV channel, The Sewing Quarter, to our very successful magazines, such as Simply Knitting, Molly Makes, and The Radio Times. We work incredibly hard to inspire you and bring you lots of exciting ideas and projects. So whatever your creative needs, you know that our crafting family will be there for you. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
The Jewellery Maker phone is free from a UK landline, so call us today to place your order.
You can now book Jewellery Maker workshops online. Just head over to our Jewellery Maker website and click on the workshop link. We have a wide range of workshops from beginner to intermediate, covering a variety of mediums. Once you've found a workshop you would like to attend, simply click on the Book Now button, fill in the required fields, and then press Continue. This will take you through to the payment page. If you have any questions, you can contact our workshop coordinator at any time by emailing workshop@jewellerymaker.com. We look forward to seeing you. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Order from us today at www.jewellerymaker.com.
At Jewellery Maker, we are always looking at ways to provide you with a fantastic shopping experience. With this in mind, we'd like to welcome you to our new pre-order option. Selected items throughout the day will be put on display and made available for pre-order. When the presenter informs you that the pre-order service is available on an item, this is your chance to pop it into your online basket or speak to one of our brilliant call centre team members and be one of the first to secure your purchase.
Welcome back, you. Talking of pre-ordering, see, I was paying attention. I was watching the, well, not even adverts, are they, really? They're more interesting than adverts, aren't they? Yeah, they are. We're talking of pre-ordering. We are going to pre-order our next kit, which is coming up with Katie in an hour's time, but you might want to have a little look at it right now. It's called Princess Plum. Very, very nice, actually. So you have, I'll just move these out of the way so we don't distract. What we have in Princess Plum, coming up at 9 o'clock, is some fantastic lavender shell pearls and some plum shell pearls. So you've got the 6mm round lavenders, the 8mm round plum and the 10mm round plum, strands of each. You've also got your seed beads, so you've got your Aurora Borealis 8-Os, Minukis, and your Miyuki galvanized gold 8/0s, and your Miyuki matte transparent smoky amethyst seed bead 8/0s as well. And you've got some fire line as well, 50 yards of fire line. And I had to do the conversion from yards to metres, so it's nearly 46 metres of brilliant £10 fire line, which is brilliant. That is coming up, and that's open for pre-order now. And the code is CSGC78. CSGC78, and it's called Princess Plum. And where normally, if you went to go to that code now, it would say not available, Becky has unlocked the door to the Game of Thrones, or to the game of this kit, the game of Princess Plum. Doesn't have quite the same ring about it, really, does it? So it's CSGC78 and all yours. Right now, though, it's time for this. The Pearl Showcase. Dun, dun, dun. Let me show you my first star buy. It is a double bubble offer of champagne pearl strands. Ooh, yum, 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 yum. Hang on a minute. Did you just say under £10? This little bundle here of these two, under £10, coming up at 15 minutes time. Pre-order? 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 Do it now. ALGC02. ALGC02 on pre-order right now. Fantastic. Right, we also have some news and some last of stock and some keshi and some peacock pearls as well. Right, which are we starting with? Yeah? This one here. This one here that I thought was 2 strands. It's one. It's 1 strand of 1 metre long real pearls. What are these, 10, 11 millimetre? Really? No, they're bigger than that. They're bigger than that. Oh no, you're right. Yeah, you're right. They look like 10 to 11 to me. They're huge. They're certainly, they're wider than they are, sorry, longer than they are wider. As opposed to me. I am wider than longer, I think. 6 to 7, but never mind. I've got the rest of the summer to sort that out. For I'm on the beach in Taormina in October. Fingers crossed. Well, I hope there's a beach there, actually. HA. It is the wrong one, is it? Oh, I thought. That's all right. Wrong details, sorry. We'll come back to that in a second, because they're definitely bigger pearls. These are the ones we've got the details for. No, it's all right. No problem at all. You know, size doesn't always matter, but this is the strand. These are beautiful, actually. They are near rounds as well, as you can see. That's more like it. 6 to 7 millimetre round. HADP 19 is your item number for these. These are just glorious. They're so bridal as well. I mean, they're just delicious. Do you do many bridal pieces, Katie?
Yeah, I do some pearl knotting, yeah.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. I sell them as well, yeah. It's so satisfying when you've pearl knotted a beautiful strand of pearls like that.
Ooh. I tell you what, I've seen, and you know that there are some very big and famous pearl brands out on the high street. I was in, where was I? Probably about a year ago, actually. I was in Windsor. You know where the Queen lives. And looking in a jeweller's window there, and I'd never really thought about prices of pearls, you know, on the high street before, but I saw some, oh, now what's the name of the famous Japanese pearls? Mikimoto. And I saw a Mikimoto, other brands are available. I saw a Mikimoto single pearl pendant, and I think it was something like £600. And I thought to myself, fantastic, wonderful. You know, that's a brand which, you know, is synonymous with, you know, very high-end jewellery and everything else. Not knocking it in any way, shape or form. But I thought, crikey, well, people must pay those prices because otherwise they wouldn't be there. Do you know what I mean? And you will pay for the quality, won't you, completely? $49.95. So if you think about that, I mean, even if you're just a fraction of that price, even if you are, I don't know, £30 for a single pearl pendant. I don't know. What do you think Give me any figures that you want to
A
without.
single pearl pendant with sterling silver.
Yeah.
Yeah, around about £30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which feels about right, because again,
Yeah.
if you go too low, if you said, right, okay, well, I bought the strand for £49.95, there are about, I don't know how many pearls there are on this strand, I'm going to guess at around about 40, 45. So you're talking about around about £1 there or thereabouts per pearl. So because I paid £1 per pearl, I'll use some sterling silver wire and I'll charge you, I don't know, £4
Yeah,
per
but
pendant.
nobody's going to believe you've got a real pearl.
No, absolutely. £49.95, brilliant, fantastic. Okay, the ones that are together, this one, yeah, I think these are the ones here. I've got some cashew pearls. I think I've seen some like this over the weekend. They are delicious. The most glamorous cashew pearls, and again, for those of you who like individuality, character, personality, these are the pearls to lust after. They're gorgeous. If this is the same strand that I saw over the weekend, we only have, did you say 2 left, Becky? 10, right. I think it may have been the same strand or similar strand that I saw over the weekend. The price was ridiculous. Let's see where it goes. We only have 10 available. Yeah, I think it is the same strand.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. £24.95. And you have no idea just how stacked onto. It's very difficult to count the cashew pearls on this strand because they are literally, they're on top of each other. You know, it's very, very difficult to actually get the number without it taking a long, long time. It's delicious, isn't it? At £24.95, you know how valuable the cashew pearls are as well. They create an amazing backdrop. You know, if you're using very, very small, perfect white pearls, and they sit, you know, you can almost have them like this could be your oyster bed almost, couldn't it?
Yeah, it just give you a whole new dimension with all that movement that they create. That colour is absolutely beautiful. I don't think it's even coming across on the camera as much.
No, it isn't.
Oh, yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, they are, aren't they? They're just like a wonderful golden colour, but then you see everything else in them, and I'm seeing, you know, like rhubarbs and raspberries and peacocks and greens and blues and all sorts coming through there. Last 2 chances. Well done, Denise. Well done, Anne. Congratulations. Just got another couple of chances. Well done. Well done. Right, let's do a bundle. Let's do a bundle of pearls. Only ever seen once before. 3 long, substantial strands. You've got the beautiful peach pearls, the wonderful white pearls, and this gorgeous, I call it slightly lavender. We're calling it violet. I'd say more sort of lavender in its tone of colour. Very soft lavender, actually. Really, really beautiful. 3 strands together in a bundle. You know, when we do a bundle on pearls, they just fly out of the door. Are you ready? Okay, not even £27.95. That would have been really good, because that would have been around about, you know, £9 per strand. It has been at £27.95 actually, so previously £27. But do you know what? We're just pulling out a few extra stops. Oh, my first bidder in this one, my first buyer, is lovely Violet. Okay, this is Violet. This colour is Violet, definitely. Violet for Violet in Greater Manchester. Hello, my darling. Congratulations. Actually, the white ones there almost appear a little bit bigger, don't they, than the violet and the peach? But they are all roughly the same size, 6 to 7, 7 to 8 millimetre. Collector in Essex joins us. Congratulations. Really nice little bundle, that, isn't it? You'd love that as a kit bundle, wouldn't you, Katie?
That'd be a fantastic bundle as a kit. Absolutely beautiful. I'd use them together, I'd use them separately. I'd have so much fun with those.
Yeah, really.
Great starter if you've not bought pearls before as well.
Yeah.
Because you know, you can really play around with the colours. Like I said, the colours together separately. They're fantastic.
Yeah. And just as a footnote to that, very, very quickly, I am very fortunate that I've got some friends who live in Gibraltar. So I actually get over there. It's somebody I work with as well, actually. So I get over there quite a lot. And I was looking. Gibraltar's duty free, which is why it's it's always a cruise stop. If you're doing a med cruise, often stop in Gibraltar because you get a day of duty free shopping. And I looked at some simple stud pearl earrings, so 2 pearls and a stud. Average selling price there on duty free Gibraltar, about £16–18 a pair. And I couldn't even say whether they were silver or not. Could just been a base metal, post and butterfly. Ooh, another meter. Another meter now. This time, vintage rose rice pearls. These are gorgeous. Again, if you just got your bundle with the violet, as Violet did, here we have lavender. Lavender blue dilly dilly. Look at that. With the Keshi pearls, this would be really nice as well if you got those. Keshi pearls and these.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not really a lot of pearls that you couldn't put together, is there really?
No.
Everything works. It's a whole meter off this time. 1 meter, which, by my reckoning, is about the equivalent of 3 average strands, isn't it? The whole meter. And, that just wraps around again and again and again and again and again. 6x5s to 7x5s. £17.95.
The length of that strand is great as well because you can do your bridesmaid, you can do your whole bridesmaid party.
Yeah.
And you've got the consistency of having the same colour, the same size of pearl. So if you do commissions, I'd maybe buy maybe 1 or 2 of those because that colour is just going to go perfect for your bridal range.
Good for the fascinators as well, wouldn't it?
Yes.
They're lovely because they're just that lovely shape that actually on the end of a. Now, what is the name of the wire work that you do on fascinators?
The tiara twist.
Tiara twist, that's it. Correct. 25 points. Well done. I heard mention of it last night, and that's the one where you can have the stones or the pearls on the end.
Yeah.
So there's actually a little bit of movement there.
Yeah.
Tiara twist. You must remember that. Commit that to memory, Derek. Tiara twist. Right. Let's do one more now. Which one's, my darling? Peacocks. Peacock Keshis. Yeah. Let's get the others down as well that we've done, because I think, again, they'll work really, really nicely together. These are the ones that we're doing right now. And again, imagine using those larger ones that we did before as almost the oyster bed to sit one of these on top. Would just be amazing. I love peacock, and this is true peacock as well. A lot of peacock now is light, it's insipid, it hasn't got that depth and that real gumption about it, and this is true peacock, isn't it?
It is. It has got that beautiful depth to it, but it's also got all the other colours coming through. It's stunning.
Yeah. And these are Keshi beads, by the way. They are genuine. They're not, manufactured. They're not synthetic. They're not made. And that price is genuine. After everything we've said tonight about taking prices too low and believability, Keshi pearl, taking Keshi pearls down to £9.95, is not something that many or any retailers would be able to do for you. But, of course, remember, when we're negotiating with pearl farms, and these are from China, aren't they? When we're negotiating with pearl farms, we are sometimes saying, right, okay, we will commit to take all of the supply from a certain hectareage, if that's a word, area. Like if we were buying from a farmer and we'll say, you know what, all the potatoes that you grow in that field and that field, we'll buy. Same kind of thing in China with freshwater pearl farms, which of course just aren't field. Well, they are field, sort of, but they're water. That makes sense. Still measured in hectares, fascinatingly enough. Sheila, well done. Maria, congratulations, well done. It is time now. The champagne pearl bundle. Get ready, it's one of these. You just say champagne pearls and you get this immediate feel of lavish, luxury, expense, aspiration, and then when you see the pearls themselves, because there don't seem to be that many champagne pearls around actually. I don't see huge selections of them.
No, I've not seen any for quite a while actually.
No. I love the two tones there. Love, love, love the two tones. Are we calling these both champagne? Yeah, because this really is a really deep, you know, I mean that's the full on, isn't it? That's the full on magnum, that one, isn't it? Yeah. And then we've got this fresh fruity little number here. I like it. 2 strands, different shades of champagne pearls. The price must be good because I know the Webbers can see it already and they are flying in. Hello Jan on the Isle of Man, hello Catherine in Lancashire, Collector in North Yorkshire, Maria in West Yorkshire, Collector in the East Riding of Yorkshire, hashtag Team Yorkshire. Everyone's in tonight from Yorkshire. You can shop with us wherever you are tonight. Just because Katie and I happen to live in Yorkshire, you can be from wherever. You can be from Surrey or Sussex or Hampshire or Kent or Essex, Cambridgeshire, Peterborough. Peterborough? That's not a county. I don't know where that came from. £8.95. Peterborough is in Cambridgeshire. So I'd already come up with you can be Suffolk, Norfolk, Warwickshire, Herefordshire, Gloucestershire, Devon, Cornwall, Somerset, Hampshire, Wiltshire, Worcestershire, Carmarthenshire, Conway, Dumfries and Galloway, Scotland. Yes, calling out Wigan Northwestern, Warrington Banky, Crewe, Milton Keynes Central, Watford Junction and London Euston. Cashier number 2, please. Among the other fabulous jobs that I've never got. Anne in Pembrokeshire, Julie in County Antrim. Well done. Anne's joined us in Pembrokeshire. Congratulations. You know it's both of these strands, don't you? For £8.95. They are great. Brilliant. Are these all au naturel, Becky? Okay, yes, actually, so these ones, yes, we've got treatment D in the column. So I think these ones will be dyed that slightly more sort of golden tone, because I think this is definitely a more natural colour. We naturally have this lovely sort of peachy champagne tone come from pearls, but the goldy colour, that's been dyed in. Because the great thing about pearls is that they're porous. So you can dye them any colour under the sun, can't you? Which is great. But some colouring of pearls, you think, oh no, oh now, you've got a bit far there. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Some of the crazy greens and oranges and whatever.
Hot pinks.
Some of them you just think, whoa, now hang on a moment. Yeah. People like their pearls. Ronald in Essex, good evening to you, sir. Hello, Sheila in Washington and Sharon in County Antrim. We've got our must-have coming up in 10 minutes' time. We've got some gorgeous, gorgeous pink freshwater cultured potato pearls. They are delicious. They are going to be our must-have at 8:30. They go really, really nicely with the sort of champagne tones here. More and more people joining us on this one. Congratulations. Well done, you. Now I can do... Do you remember we had a little bit of a mix-up with details or whatever? A metre of huge freshwater pearls. Now, we'll get that. We've found the right details. Now, there is only one... Yes, 10 by 11. See? See? Men and their estimation. I was right. There is one strand available. So we're just going to hit you with the price tag. Brilliant. One chance. Good luck. Good luck, and I'm sorry. Sheila and Sarah. Catherine. There's 3 of you. I'm going to bring it off screen. There's 3 of you. Sheila, well done. You did it. Well done. Well done. Okay, so Keshi pearls, like the ones that we saw in one of the earlier strands, but served up in a very, very different way, because these are centre drilled, so they're all stacked up together. There are so many on this strand. It's untrue. Look at that, so many. Oh, this is one for, oh no, I would ordinarily, I would think, let's go for a snip and have a look. But, that was probably the wrong phrase, but you know what I mean. We are allowed to actually, once an hour, we are allowed to snip a strand, but because there are only 17, do forgive me, that was an unfortunate phrasing. I probably didn't mean that. No, I definitely didn't mean anything like that. It's just the way the words, I do apologise if anyone was offended. 14 available. Sometimes these things tumble out of my mouth and I haven't even realised what I've said. It's actually when I just hear giggling in my ear that I think, oh dear, what have you said now? What have you said now? 13 chances, and you just have, I mean, you have so much bang for your buck here. You really do, because there are so many pearls on this. I wouldn't even begin to hazard a count, but I'd say we'd be talking about a 3-figure number, I would say. Wouldn't you?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. It's wonderful, isn't it? Almost looks like shibori, doesn't it? It looks unreal, almost.
It does. I'd love to keep it all together like that as a bracelet or something, but also I'd love to chop that strand and have a look at them all.
Yeah.
Maybe use them face on in some wire work.
Yeah.
Yeah, with some like a nice dainty head pin through the middle.
Yes.
Yeah.
And again, these could be your, you know, your oyster shell for a little perfect white pearl. I can see the pendant. And we've had quite a lot of aventurine and other gemstone calla lilies that will just go perfectly with this. 6 remaining. Sheila, well done. I'll leave that one with you. Congratulations. Right, okay, some white baroques now. Oh, these are delicious. These are almost sort of, these are so baroque, they're almost like sort of, some of them are like droplet shapes. Look at the shine on them. I mean, they just, oh, I wish my teeth were that white. That's delicious. Okay, this one speaks for itself really, doesn't it? I love with baroque, and with a lot of the baroque that we choose, they tend to have a flat side somewhere or other in the pearls. And that means, strategically, that means they behave themselves for jewellery, doesn't it?
They do. They do tend to behave themselves, whether they're sitting on the neckline or on the wrist. And perfect for rings, just for single stone rings.
Yeah. Wow. How many rings could we make out of this? Let's have a quick look. Right, let's take the middle-ish. Yes, there. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. So mid-30s. That's pretty good, isn't it? That's... excuse me. I don't know how that happened. Did you slip on that keyboard again? Honestly, it's not even winter and she's slipping and sliding around that keyboard like there's no tomorrow. Becky. Very strategic cough there, Michael. $9.95. That's incredible. $9.95. Sarah, congratulations. Lovely Violet, back for a strand of these as well. Collector, congratulations. These are brilliant white, actually, aren't they? Just gorgeous. Lovely. You're right, actually, as a solitaire ring. Actually, this would be quite sizable, actually, wouldn't it? Let me see if I can give you an artist's impression. You know, like when you go to those ruins, those medieval ruins, and they have a little painted picture, and they say, this is how it may have looked in 1300. There you go. Ish. That's ish what a solitaire ring-ish would look like. Big enough. Big enough. Put it that way. Right. I've got so many boxes going on tonight. It's wonderful. I'm loving it. We're up to box 32 now. Woohoo! In our Pearl Showcase, which is going well so far. Make sure you have a look on the web for all the pieces that you've missed so far, and don't forget we've got our must-have and our lovely pink pearls coming up at 8:30. In fact, I'm sure we did the must-have last night. We did it 8:34, and it only lasted 2 minutes. So should we make it 8:34? I think it's because I was halfway through a sentence and I stopped, and I said we've got these at 8:34, and I meant to say 8:34 and I stopped at the 4. So should we do the must-have at 8:34? Because it worked last night. Because Federer had done his thing by then. He did it quite quickly last night, didn't he? It was quite a quick. Yeah, it's done now. Yeah, it was the same two people that always win it. One of the Williams sisters and Federer. There you go. Isn't that what always happens? It's like us not getting any points at Eurovision. It's just, you know, it's predictable. Although Andy did do it last year, didn't he?
He did.
Anyway, 10.95. Well done, Sarah. Congratulations. These are gorgeous as well, aren't they? Love, love, love pearls. I mean, actually, even for buying a strand of pearls for yourself, just for treating yourself. Maybe you've got a wedding coming up, and maybe you are very much a novice jewellery maker, but you've got a wedding coming up, and you're just thinking, I need some pearls for that. Just for treating yourself, I think this kind of strand is phenomenal. I suppose is it craft fair season at the moment?
Yeah, it's coming through to the summer, then autumn, through to Christmas.
Yeah, because you often see when you go to, and I'm thinking Yorkshire at the moment, but I quite often go to, there's a lovely place in North Yorkshire called Helmsley.
Yes.
Which is like, and lots of little market towns right the way around the country. There's, you know, Malton in Yorkshire I can think of as well, and lots of places right the way around the country. I'm trying to find some others in my head at the moment. You know, where you just have a market square and they might have a little craft fair on at the so-and-so hall. And it's always during the summer, isn't it? But it's where people are around. It's where people are around, where people are coming in and visiting for the day. And you'll quite often just, you know, pop in. Oh, they've got a little craft fair on. Sometimes it might be a little beer festival or, you know, something like that. It's even better, isn't it, if there's the both of you?
Oh, yeah.
One can go one way, one can go the other way. And everyone can get what they want. Ivory freshwater culture potato pearls now, 7x8 to 8x9 on this particular strand. These are very, very good, actually, because, you know, I don't know how you are in terms of the character of pearls and what you prefer, but I have to say there are, even though we're calling, and I do hate that expression potato pearl because I think it brings down the beauty of a pearl in a way, but you know that's the industry phrase, but I don't like it actually. But I think with these potato pearls, they've got a high shine and they've got a minimum of the banding and the lumps and the bumps and the undulations. And I don't know how you are, whether you like them perfectly smooth, you like the ones that are more banded. You know, might prefer the Baroque with the irregular shape, or the Keshi that are completely wild. You know, and I think there are merits to all of them. But I think, you know, I mean, when you're looking at £17.95, and the good thing about pearls is, you know, obviously on our cameras, what's your maximum zoom, Pete? 20 times, is it? 20 times magnification. You know, I'm just going to lift this up for a second, Kerry. But you know, if this was someone wearing a pearl earring, like no one is looking that close. When you're watching a strand on JM, you are watching that close. Like I've just put them in front of your eyes. You would just be like, well, come on, don't hold it too close. Let me see it. So that's the great thing about pearls. £17.95. How good is that? Really good. Angela, congratulations. Got the must-have coming up in 4 minutes, so I think we might... 3 minutes, in fact. So we might have to squeeze in another little one on top, do you think? Shall we? Can we do these... Oh, OK. Well, is this a star buy later? Are these peacock ones, or black pearls? Should we do those? I quite like black pearls, actually. Do you? Are we calling these black or peacock? Peacock. They're a very dark peacock, actually. They're almost like the colour of aubergine skin. You know, that rich, deep, sort of plummy colour. Well, aubergine. Just stop at aubergine, Derek. That's fine. And I love that. I love that tone. Would you use peacocks alternately with whites, Katie, or do you use all the same colour together generally?
I tend to use all the same colour, but with that strand I'd probably go with using it with the whites.
Yes,
yeah.
With those really bright whites that we had.
Just break it up a little, just lift it.
They'd be good with these, wouldn't they?
Yeah, they'd be fantastic with those.
Because they're slightly smaller as well.
Yeah.
Those two sizes would go really well together. Oh, hello. See, now on the recording, they look a lot brighter than in studio. And that's just the magic of television. Yeah, it's more of a simulation of daylight in the light box there. Oh, is it 8:34? It's nearly 8:33. That sounds good enough to me. Should we do it? Because things are happening very, very quickly. Collector in North Yorkshire, congratulations there. So, it's nearly 8:34. This could be very, very quick. It's time for this. Alrighty, it is lovely. Do you know that mystery box is still sitting there on the edge of the screen? I pushed it over there ages and ages and ages ago, and I don't think there's anything in it yet. I don't think, I'm most displeased. There's nothing in it yet, still empty. Let me just check actually, hang on, I'll just check. No, it's still empty. That's okay. I won't keep going on about it, I'll just, you know, it's just still empty. You can remove it, yeah, remove it, Becky, and fill it with something beautiful. That is an amazing buy for my viewers tonight, my viewer tonight. Okay, so pink pearls this time. These are gorgeous. I love the size of them. They're just perfect. Actually, for Mother of the Bride, I think this would be a perfect strand, wouldn't it?
Yeah, very dainty. They look really vintage from here.
Yeah,
yeah.
It does, doesn't it? 38 centimetre strand, just delicious, so soft, and again goes with every other colour that we've had, that we've featured tonight. Whether you go for a white pearl with it, whether you go for a peacock pearl with it, whether you go for a champagne pearl with it. I mean, the possibilities are just completely and utterly endless, aren't they? Or maybe, remember those centre drilled Keshi pearls? Again, this could be your little pearl that sits in the centre of a centre drilled Keshi. Beautiful. Love these, and they are tonight's must-have. Quantity-wise, I've already got people who are multi-ordering on this one. Quantity-wise, we have got, oh, it's less than 100. It's less than 100. Less than 100 chances, and let me tell you, my first few buyers are thinking of more than one strand. Now, you know the price online already. I haven't seen it yet. Even I don't know what it is yet. That's not what this says, Becky. That's not what this says. This is what this was meant to be. Okay, but that's fine. That's your prerogative, but it's quite a bit lower. Quite a bit lower than we were meant to go. But there you go, that's just the way the cookie has crumbled tonight. It's a little bit quieter tonight, so we're going to have to, we are having to pull out, you know, every stop tonight. In fact, we've made a couple of calls to management and said, right, okay, we've got a smaller crowd with us tonight, so can we do something a little bit special, almost like we're having our own little JM Summer Festival on pearls. I'm going to bring you a new strand next as well. Sharon, well done, County Antrim. Taryn, in West Yorkshire, another West Yorkshire bidder. Collector in Angus, well done. Ali in Essex, Catherine in Lancashire, multi-buying on this. £10.95. What have you got in mind for them? Keep in touch with us tonight as well. Did anybody text in what they were having for tea? Oh, that's true. Maybe you might have had tea by now. What did you have? Did you go out in the garden? Did you have something al fresco? Or have you had something really quite dull and uninteresting for a Monday evening? I want to hear about it either way. Text JM Studio to 60777. Make sure you start your message with JM Studio. Ooh, bubble and squeak sounds rather nice. That does sound quite nice, doesn't it? Mind you do have to have the right ingredients for that,
Yeah,
don't
it's
you?
got to be done properly as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. It's this one, isn't it? Have I got this one right? Yes. Yes, because we've done the Baroques, haven't we? So this is brand new. New! 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 We like new. We like new. These are gorgeous, actually. Really, again, nice size. If you had the other strand earlier, this would sit rather nicely alongside it. Very nice. I can see this being bracelets.
Yeah, definitely. It's perfect size for bracelets, but great for earrings too.
Nice stretches. Yeah. Yeah. That's a very good idea. In fact, actually, you could almost emulate the design you did in the first kit with the connectors,
Yeah.
the flower connectors in the centre. That would be really nice,
That'd be
actually, for
really
this, wouldn't it?
pretty, Yeah.
It's quite nice to interrupt full pearl strands with
Yeah.
something, I
Yeah,
think.
it just softens it out, breaks it up.
Yes. And as well, I do think still that there are some people that still are reluctant to wear a pearl because of its old-fashioned connotations. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? I said that very diplomatically, didn't I? Some people still have that vision in their head that, oh no, old ladies wear pearls, not, you know.
Yeah,
but they're
if
so
you
contemporary,
just,
aren't
If
they?
you just bring it up to date with just that little twist of another gemstone in it, yeah.
Okay. Brand new. Not staying there. £10.95. And this is brand new. And again, we are reaching out a little bit further towards you tonight because, so where before we may have held out at a slightly higher price, what we're going to do tonight is just straight out there with your £10.95. Sarah in Lincolnshire said, I had a gorgeous, oh. This is Monday we're talking about here as well. I had a gorgeous roast lamb dinner with veggies and mint gravy. I can taste that. Oh, can you hear me? Oh, we can all hear Becky apparently. She says hi. I think I've got you all turned up a little bit more because one of you's louder than the other, I think. That's right. It's fine. It's fine. You can hear Becky as well. She hasn't said anything naughty though, so you're all right. It's fine. You can hear when she laughs though. That's all right. Hello, Ali in Essex. Hello, Hilda in Yorkshire. Angela in Port Talbot. Becky in Oxfordshire. Janet in Yorkshire. 3 of these, Janet. Well done. Kaz in Wiltshire. Jennifer in the West Midlands. Congratulations. £10.95. 2 pearls could return that, surely.
Easily. Also, another idea for bringing them a bit more up to date is knotting them with a coloured thread rather than just doing the white, using a bright red or a blue or something in between them.
Do you use a knotting tool or have you got the skillage?
I tend to not use a tool. I do it by hand with a needle and tweezers.
Ah, okay. Very good. I've never seen pearl knotting yet. I wonder, do we have a pearl knotting?
Yeah, I think Fleur's got a
DVD?
I don't know if she's
Oh,
got
a workshop.
She's got a workshop sometime in August.
Ah, okay. Well, that's worth looking out for then, isn't it? You can see all the workshops on the website, can't you? Am I making that up?
Yes.
You can, yes, I thought so. And you can get in touch with our workshop coordinator. Who is it? I don't know who that is these days.
Sarah Beeman.
Sarah. Of course it's Sarah. Sorry, Sarah, I forgot. I know. I'm in trouble the next time I'm in the office tomorrow. Right. That is our Pearl Showcase. Do you want to have a quick look at the kit that's coming up with... See, I know people are holding out. People have been holding out on their Pearl Showcase because, look, we've got Sugar Plum Surprise. A Princess Plum, that's it. Not Sugar Plum Surprise. I don't know where that came from. I'm just clearing out the Pearl Showcase. You go back and look at Princess Plum. Just moving out the way the Pearl Showcase so as not to confuse. And the mystery box, which is yet to be replenished. Becky, yet to be replenished with something gorgeous. So, Princess... Oh, Pete. Now, Pete, you should be on my side on this. Give it to Michael, and then Becky can give Michael a very special instruction to put something really gorgeous and great value in there pretty quickly that we can offer our customers. Right, hang on. Let me show you Princess Plum again. I want to tell you what's in it. You've got lavender and plum shell pearls. You've got your Miyuki matte transparent smoky amethyst seed beads 8/0s, and your Miyuki galvanized gold seed beads 8/0s, and your Aurora Borealis crystal seed beads Miyuki's 8/0s, and your 46 metres of £10 Fireline crystal 0.2mm 50 yard. Amen. That's coming up with Katie at 9 o'clock. It's back. Oh, can I wait for how long? Oh, that's like dominatrix talk, if you don't mind me saying, Becky. She said, I'm going to make you wait. Oh, till I decide. Didn't it, though? Didn't it? That sounded like business talk. Right, okay, so let's move on. Right. Yeah, I know. The naughtier I am, the longer we're going to have to wait now. Right. You were talking about something like this earlier on, Katie, actually. You know, you mentioned those little leaf connectors we've got. We got some little dragonflies now.
Oh, they're beautiful.
How sweet.
Oh, I'd definitely be using those with the first kit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful. You're getting 3 of these in sterling silver. 1.2 grams of silver. There's the underside, beautifully highly polished. And here they are, going to... Oh, okay, right. So it's £1 and pennies each, isn't it? That is naughty, actually. But that's fine. Naughty's allowed tonight. Naughty's necessary tonight, I think, just to, you know, to get the wheels in motion, to get the orders open, I think. Hello, lovely Violet in Greater Manchester, Michelle in North Yorkshire, Collector in Renfrewshire. Marilyn in Nottingham joins us as well for a cheeky triplet of these. There's a lot of detail. It's very difficult to get a lot of detail into sterling silver like this. It's very, very clever to do it. It's lovely. I'm trying to think. Usually, dragonflies you normally find near water, don't you?
Yeah.
So we're thinking like an oceanic piece or a water piece.
Yeah.
In some way.
Nature inspired.
Yeah.
Piece, yeah.
Earrings.
Earrings. Great
Yes.
as just a little charm off a stretchy bracelet.
Yes, you often find dragonflies near kind of reeds or irises in the pond, don't you?
Yes.
So you could almost create a reverse of that, couldn't you?
Yeah, with a
In
couple
some
of
way.
gemstones maybe as the water, and then yeah.
Who said that? Yeah, the person who texted in. I don't honestly know. I know the word and that's it. I'm afraid I can't explain it to your 12-year-old. Not and still have a job, really. No. Good luck. I'm sorry I started that. $3.95. Let's try headmistress instead, shall we? Becky, that's like headmistress talk. You can hear the giggling in my ear, I know. $3.95. Susan, well done. Lynette, Jenny, congratulations. Ali, and many others of you, well done. Congratulations. Right, let's move on in every sense. Let's move on. Number 5. I had this strand last night. I had this strand, sorry, yesterday afternoon, on the mid-show, because we had one strand. I mentioned it at the top of tonight's show when we had the big abalone. That's nice. Yes, I was on the mid-show yesterday. Look at that. Love it. Abalone coins, 10mm round. These are, again, they are just beautiful. You can have a real fun time with these, I think.
Yeah, I've been using these this weekend.
Have you?
Yeah.
In a kit, or
No,
you had them?
me and my little boy. He was choosing the colours and we were making teacher presents. So he was matching the colours together to make earrings.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, am I making this up? Or maybe, because I mean, as you know, I hail from Kent. which, you know, as the country goes, might just be considered, you know, the posh end. I was the, you know, I was the runt of the litter. Hence I was kicked out to Yorkshire. But I don't remember when I was at school, I don't remember any such thing as, we didn't buy anything. And I now see in the shops, best teacher, the mugs, and there is all kinds of gifts. Is that like a thing now?
Yeah, it's a huge, huge thing now.
Teachers must go home with this great big box at the end of term full of...
Yeah, I was pricing things
Stuff.
up like the other weekend. I was like, no, we'll make something.
Is
It's
it
so much nicer to make.
Is it expensive?
Very, very expensive. There was one where it was a card. I think that was about £12 for a special card that had the name of the teacher on. And
Never.
Yeah.
And do they send in things like, sorry, I know we're just idly chatting here, but this is interesting to me. I don't have children. Do they take in things like bottles of wine and bottles of stuff as well?
Yeah, people
when I say stuff, I mean, you know.
People take in things that cost a lot of
money.
Really? Yeah.
Do you know what? That's it. Nearly 15 years ago, I changed professions from the IT industry to this mad box of frogs world of telly. I'm off now to train to be a teacher. Because I'll tell you what, if at the end of each term you get a box of, you know, bottles of wine and cards and things like that, that's it. They'd love me, wouldn't they?
Oh, yeah.
They'd all be taller than me, though, wouldn't they? All right, I'll stay. It's fine. I'll stay. Oh, talking of headmistress, headmistress says... Headmistress says, we can now open the mystery box. Right, let's listen to the mystery box first then, shall we? Listen. I didn't see what they said. Oh, that's lovely. Look, Pete. I don't know if you'll be able to see them, actually. There's not enough light. Large amethyst nuggets. Let's get them out, shall we? We'll pop the mystery box back there again. You never know, we might get a third go. Oh, I'm not giving up at just 2. Oh, come on, we need an exciting night tonight, can't we? These are big nuggets, actually. These are big. That's the biggest... They're the biggest pieces of amethyst we've seen tonight, aren't they?
Fantastic. I love the size of those.
Yum, 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 yum. They are heavy pieces as well, actually. Gorgeous. 320 carats. Oh, sorry. Oh, message. Julie in Worcestershire says, hubby is away, so took son out for dinner. Had blackened Cajun rump steak. Oh. It was delicious, just like tonight's pearls. And Claire in Suffolk says, a teacher at my niece's school was given £150 by her pupils stroke parents. Yes, please, just without teaching kids all day, though, if that's okay. Yeah, there is that. There is that to it, I suppose, isn't there? That's a nice little bonus, isn't it? I mean, you don't get that for a paper round or anything like that, do you? 150 quid every end of term, and bottles of stuff.
Yeah.
And cards. Mind you, your loft would be stuffed to the gills, wouldn't it? I mean, you know, you'd appreciate them and everything else, but you'd have quite... Imagine if you were, you know, starting teaching now, and 20 years later, you've just got this loft full of stuff. I think probably after the first 3 years, though, you'd say, yes, please, if you are tempted at all to show your appreciation, I'll just give you my account number and sort code and be done with it. Never mind filling my loft full of objet d'art. Anyway, I see you're helping yourselves to this strand as it is, which is good, so you don't need my help. Supriya, good evening, in Kent. 3 of these coming your way. Collector in the Outer Hebrides. And I managed to say that without an accent. Deborah, Michelle in North Yorkshire, Samina in the West Midlands, Madeline in Hampshire. Welcome back, everyone. Where have you been? What's been on? You've all been off watching something else. What have you been watching? Let me know. Could you text in and let me know where you've all been? Because I have been sat here, just me and lovely Katie Parker. We've just been talking to each other all night. That's it. It's been like the Marie Celeste, hasn't it, tonight? 6:95. Are you busy? Is it busy time at the moment? Kerry's joined us in Staffordshire. Samantha's joined us in West Yorkshire. Oh, no, that wasn't the Hoover, was it? A vacuum cleaner. Sorry. Can't say Hoover, can you, on telly? Without saying 3 other brands. I thought I heard a vacuum cleaner, but it wasn't. It's our lovely, very, very whisper quiet hand dryer in the dressing room, bathroom. £6.95. Hello, Ronald in Essex. 2 of these coming your way. They are silly price tag, aren't they? When I was back in the day, not even when I was a lad, but just a few years ago, just a couple of years ago, selling ready-made jewellery on television, as a lot of you will know, elsewhere. Just one of these amethyst nuggets on a piece of sterling silver with this very basic sterling silver chain would be £9.95, there or thereabouts. And then, let me just count the number of doodahs on here, doodahs pieces. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So let's say mid-20s. Let's say 24. Let's say it's exactly double, 24. So that would be 24. I mean, if you're doing them at £9.99 per piece, that'd be £240 worth of income, wouldn't it? From a £6.95 strand. Did I get the maths right there? Yes. And if you've got 320 carats and 24 pieces, that's is that over? That's over. It's about 15 carats each, ish, average. 13 and a third carats. It's pretty good, isn't it? Teacher would be very happy with one of those, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Be very happy with that, wouldn't they? Oh, I don't know where to put that now, because that came from the mystery box, didn't it? I'll put that over there. Put that over there, along with the mystery box, hoping that it gets refilled. I'll put it there so you can see when it disappears, and we'll see if it... Thanks, Pete. See if you can get a refill for me of some description. That would be lovely. Speak to the boss. Right. Let's have a blue sapphire strand now. Look at that. 35 carats of natural blue sapphire. How is it 5 to 9 already?
I have no idea.
Do you know, this happens to me all the time here. I come in at 6 o'clock, and then the next time I look at the clock, and I'm looking at the clock all the time, but it's only just dawned on me, it's nearly 3 hours into the show. You're warmed up and ready to go for the next kit?
All ready.
Talking of warm, are you warm enough?
I'm quite cool, actually.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
You're not shivering?
Almost.
Almost, right.
Almost.
We'll sort that out for you in just a second. I forgot. I like it like the Baltics in here. £55.95. Precious natural blue sapphire. And this is Burmese blue sapphire. That looks like the colour of triple A tanzanite, doesn't it?
It does. It's a stunning colour.
That's amazing. Oh, it's has she? Now, Becky's had to leave the gallery for a comfort break. Leaving. And so, are you doing both, Kerry? You're in charge of everything. So you could... £55.95. All she can do is highlight the price. Good work. I think that's worked. I think that really that's drawn the nation's attention to 35 carats. 35 carats, and there must be at least 30, 40 individual sapphires there. You're a fan of channel setting, aren't you, Katie?
Yeah. Yeah, they would look beautiful in a lovely channel set pendant, something quite ornate. But you'd still be only using maybe 10 to 15 of the gemstones.
Yeah. And sapphire must.
Yeah.
And it's not. And it's not about. It's just about having that variance.
Yeah.
Of variety in your offering, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not about saying I can make most out of sapphires.
Yeah, I have gemstones right from your basic quartz right up to your tanzanite, your sapphires and everything, and it's offering a variety.
Yeah.
And when you're buying a strand like that, you're not going to use all of it together.
No,
you're just going to use a small section of it, and hopefully from that one piece, then you're going to get further commissions from it as well. So it's an investment, really.
Yeah, and people will come back when they see the quality of the stone that you're using as well. 55.95. That's good, isn't it? Listen, we got to go. I could talk all night. Well, we're not going. We've got Princess Sugar Plum coming up in just a moment, haven't we? Our second kit of the evening with Katie, which is brilliant, and we've got some great demos coming up. If you love your pearls and you love your seed beading, this brings those two worlds together tonight, which is just brilliant. So stay right where you are. We're all back with you in 3 minutes' time here on Craft Fair Day.
Our brand new Get Started with Jewellery Maker page has been created to provide help and guidance for jewellery making newbies. If you need design suggestions, hints and tips, or help with perfecting your jewellery designs, we're here to help. Head over to facebook.com/getstartedwithjm, where our talented in-house designers are happy to answer your jewellery making questions, offer inspiration, and get you started in your jewellery making journey. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Jewellery Maker have an extensive range of DVDs for all abilities. Each of our mediums has an introductory DVD to help you get started. If you're already an experienced jewellery maker, we have a collection of projects and more advanced DVDs to take your designs to the next level. We are always filming new DVDs with our specialist guest designers, so visit our website for more information.
You can watch us every day 8 AM till 10 PM on Sky, Virgin and Freesat, and every day from 8 AM till 1 PM on Freeview.
It couldn't be easier to buy from Jewellery Maker with all the information you need right there on screen, from the item code and the product description right down to the price. And whether you're buying at the beginning or at the end of the offer, everyone pays the final on-screen price. So what are you waiting for? Simply telephone our free phone number or join us at JewelleryMaker.com and start your jewellery making journey today. Jewellery Maker, your one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.
If you have a question or a query for Jewellery Maker, then you can contact our call centre on 0800 644 655 and press option 2, or alternatively you can email help@jewellerymaker.com. There are 4 easy ways to stay in touch with Jewellery Maker. You can like our Facebook page and join a community of over 54,000 people. You can follow us on Twitter and tweet us your messages and opinions, send photos of your designs and enter our Wall of Fame competition. Or if you need any help or advice, you can email our friendly help team. Make sure to get involved and stay up to date with Jewellery Maker.
At Jewellery Maker, we are always looking at ways to provide you with a fantastic shopping experience. With this in mind, we'd like to welcome you to our new pre-order option. Selected items throughout the day will be put on display and made available for pre-order. When the presenter informs you that the pre-order service is available on an item, this is your chance to pop it into your online basket or speak to one of our brilliant call centre team members and be one of the first to secure your purchase.
Hello, hello, hello. Here we are again. Sorry, I was just readjusting there, still getting dressed. And here is lovely Katie Parker. It's the final hour of the late show already. I can't believe it's just gone so quickly, hasn't it?
It has, it's flying.
Completely and utterly. We've got your needles at the ready, haven't you?
I have.
We're doing a little bit of seed beading and pearl work together for this second kit, which is called, hang on, let me get this right, Princess Plum. That's the one, Princess Plum. Should we have a little look through the kit then and see what we've got? Because it is delicious. Oh, actually, no, maybe. Let's look at Katie's fantastic jewellery first. In fact, I'll move some of that over there so that Pete can get to all of it behind the kit. There are just some beautiful, beautiful pieces here. I love everything about this. And actually, these were the sneaky little pieces, wasn't it? You gave us a little sneak preview on your Facebook page, didn't you? Look up Katie's wonderful designs, because I would look back at some of the previous shows as well, because honestly, seriously, beautiful, beautiful, really, really exacting. You're very much a detail person, aren't you?
Thank you.
It's gorgeous. So find Katie on Facebook, JM Guest Designer Katie Parker, and you'll see lots of her fabulous projects. I think they're delicious. I love them. I love the outlining of the gold seed beads on that. It's beautiful. Yeah. Right, let's have a look at, should we go pearls first? Let's go pearls first. Now we've got 8, 9 and 10 millimetre pearls. The 8 millimetres are, sorry, I beg your pardon, we've got your 6, 8 and 10 millimetre pearls. So the 6 millimetre are the lavender shell pearls, and you've got 8 millimetre round plum shell pearls and 10 millimetre plum shell pearls, which is great. You can see your seed beads right next to them. In fact, you can see that these are absolutely beautiful. These are these the smoky amethyst? No, they're not. Oh, yes, they are smoky amethyst, aren't they? Of course they are, Derek. Amethyst, purple, goes with the plum. Yes, absolutely. So you've got your smoky amethyst Mayuki beads, which are beautiful. You've also got your Aurora Borealis Mayukis as well, the 8Os. They're all 8Os tonight, and your galvanized gold 8Os. You've got 22 grams of each of those. How did you get on with your seed beads? Did you have many left over?
In my other kit, I had quite a lot of the Aurora Borealis.
Oh yes, loads of the Aurora Borealis.
Pearl ones, and lots of thread and some pearls left.
Oh yes, fire line. Sorry, I haven't shown you the fire line, have I? 46 metres of your fire line, which is in white, as you can see. Beautiful. 46 metres, 50 yards, and that comes in the kit as well. I was blown away by the price of the kit, actually, that we've got tonight for you, because when I look at the seed bead prices individually in suppliers, and actually there doesn't seem to be that many suppliers around, to be honest with you, unless you're willing to take the risk of just seeing a picture online and ordering and being brave enough to do that. The price we're going lower than we were. We were going to take this to rock bottom $28.95. Becky's taken an executive decision that $26.95 is going to be the price of this kit tonight. So that's 3 strands of shell pearls, 3 fantastic tubes of the Mayuki seed beads. We've got the galvanized gold, the Aurora Borealis, and the smoky amethyst as well, plus the 50 yards of fire line. That's very good. It's the fire line crystal. All of that for $26.95. That doesn't seem like enough. That seems like barely the seed bead price. But there you go. That's JM for you. Do we know what the combined price of everything is? Have we got one of those combined prices of what everything should be on this one? We usually have a sort of. It's pretty good, actually. It's not so bad, actually, at all. Very, very good. We're saving nearly £10 on buying the kit, which, you know, these days, that's money back in your pocket. I love that necklace. I love it. Right, okay, this is the time. Oh, well done, everyone. I mean, you can see the names that are racking up. A lot of these sold on pre-order, actually. Dawn and Violet and Carol. Carolyn Dumfries and Galloway, collector in the West Midlands, collector in Staffordshire. We've got our lovely collector in the Outer Hebrides, another collector in Essex, Janice in Rutland, Maria in West Yorkshire. In fact, there are lots and lots of names that are coming through right now. Thank you for sticking around tonight. We're a select crowd tonight, which is great because you almost have a one-on-one conversation with Katie directly. So if you've got any questions for Katie, then please send them through right now to JM Studio on a text message. Just make sure you start your message with JM Studio and text to 60777. So, is it this necklace
We're going to make the bracelet, which is the same.
Ta-da!
It's the piece that I've used for the neckline of the bracelet and the earrings as well. So
okay. So once we've got the technique sorted, then we can adapt it to a full necklace, a pair of earrings, or indeed like a full bracelet like this.
Great.
I love it. Honestly, your seed beading it's so perfectly neat that it looks like solid gold, doesn't it?
I used to be a pure wire worker, but now it's a seed beads.
When did you start with the seed beads?
Just before Christmas.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now you're
absolutely obsessed
loving
with
it.
Yeah.
I keep hearing that story again and again.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to make the little toggle first, the little bead toggle.
Okay.
Okay. I'm using a shorter piece just for this part of the demonstration, but if you take a good sort of arm's length, which for me is about 5 foot, but you're using 2 needles, so that's going to be halves, so don't worry that you're working with loads and loads of thread.
Okay.
Okay, and that means you're not going to have to add any thread, so it's really nice and simple, great for a beginner as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to take one of the 8mm shell pearls and thread that on one of our needles and take that down to the bottom, and then we're going to take one of our 8mm seed beads. I'm using the gold. Okay, and then using that same needle we're going to miss the seed bead and go through the shell pearl again. Okay, so and then we're going to grab the other needle and pull. Try not to stab, Derek.
That's all right, I'm used to it now.
So that bead is now sitting in the middle of our thread.
Okay.
Okay. So
so it's kind of locked there now.
Yeah, that's going to be our starting point. So then we're going to bring our pieces apart. So we're going to thread 3 more seed beads on. Take them down. Don't take them all the way down yet because you can just pop your other needle through as well. So we're just bringing everything together just to make our little part of our toggle. So I've got both of our threads going through those 3 seed beads.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we've got to this stage. Okay, so now we're going to start using them totally separately. Okay, I'm using the 10mm, but you could use any size you wanted and kind of gauge your bead yourself. But we're going to put 7 on each side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can count now. 6, 7. Okay, and another 7 on this side. I can't thread them on with my left hand at all.
Oh, really?
No, some people can do both. But
and are you left or right-handed?
Right-handed.
Okay, right.
Okay, so we've got all of those on there.
So 7 on each side, was it?
7 on each side.
Yeah.
Okay, so they've come right down to the bottom there. And then we're going to pass through our shell pearl in one direction, drop in that needle, and then pass through it in the opposite direction.
What size needle are you using?
I'm using size 10s here, but you could use size 12.
Okay.
It's no problem with whichever size you use.
Cool.
Okay, so we're bringing all this together. Okay, so just make sure it's sitting nicely. And then we're going to add another 7 on each side. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. And
love watching seed beading.
It's so therapeutic.
Honestly, I find it mesmerising.
I find it so relaxing.
You've got a beading mat here.
Yeah.
That's a brilliant resource, isn't it?
Otherwise your beads just end up either this or a sticky bead mat, which you do.
Yes, we do. Yeah. I've seen them. Yeah.
Yep. So another 7 on each side. And let them drop down. Okay. And then we're going to pick up one seed bead with one side, and then we're going to thread through that same bead with both needles. So that's going to bring everything back together again. Okay. Like so. So we've made our first diamond shape. don't worry if it's not sitting perfectly and neatly like it is on here, because we've got to add this extra bead in the middle, but we do that on the way back down.
Oh,
Okay?
yes.
So we've got a little purple
Yes,
bead.
because in the middle, yes, that's a good point. Because you can see in the middle, in the middle of the diamonds there's one of the smoky amethyst beads on either side.
Yeah.
But you didn't add it
No,
yet.
no, we're not adding that yet.
Ah,
so I'll just
which
do
may
one.
be the secret to its
Yes,
neatness.
it just brings it all back together again.
I see.
So I'll just do another section
Clever
of
tip.
that. So 6, 7. And another 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And again, our shell pearl. The drill holes on these are great as well, so you can pass through lots of times.
Mm-hmm.
So in opposite directions again, and pull, like so. So that's sitting nicely again, and then again another 7 on each side, and then bring it together. So I'll just quickly do that. 7.
Oh, don't rush. It's fine by me. I could honestly, I could watch this until the cows come home.
Chill out, seed.
I love it. As you know, I still haven't yet, and I know I keep saying that I will, but I still haven't got my first kit. But just because I haven't had time, unfortunately, I'm rushing around doing this, that, and the other. But it will be a seed bead kit.
Yeah, these kits are great as well, especially when they come with the thread as well, because all you need is your needles. And you're away. So again, once we've put that extra 7 on, we're going to go do one seed bead, and then go through that again, and bring it together. So for the bracelet, I did this with 5 of our 10mm shell pearls. Okay. So like I said, don't worry if you think, oh, it's sitting a bit wobbly and things, because we're going to sort that out on the way back down. Okay. I'll just move this piece to one side. Okay, and pick this one up. So once you've got all the way, you've got your 5 beads on, and then what I've done is with both needles through, I think it's about 6 beads all together, just to bring it together for our other part of our loop for our toggle.
And sorry, I'm just going to only briefly, I promise, then I will shut up again. That toggle is just, it's just perfect, because it basically just blends in and disappears. Toggles can sometimes be very, very obvious, especially on a seed beading project, and they can stand out a mile, but that just blends in so beautifully to the project, which we will see. But this is the bit that fascinates me, because now we're going to complete the...
So I threaded on 15 of our size 8 beads.
Are we doing the toggle now?
Yeah,
oh,
this is the loop for the toggle.
Right.
So I've threaded on 15, like so. Just making sure they don't go all the way down, and then you can disregard one of your threads for now, and then thread back down those 6. So both threads are going through these 15, and then we're going to go thread back down these 6. Okay, and that's going to form our loop. Okay, so it's just a matter of bringing it all together and giving it a pull. Yep. So everything's come together there. So we've got our loop, and this size 8 bead will go through 15 of the size 8s.
So is it 15 from here
15
onwards?
in the loop, yeah. So
Okay,
we've got
right.
6 in this section.
So 6 and then 15 in the loop.
15 in the loop. Okay.
People will thank me for asking that question when they're watching on YouTube in months to come.
Yeah. So we're just going to disregard this one thread for now, because we'll use that on the other side going back down.
Okay.
So we're going to just follow our thread path. So we're going to come down these 7 beads to our little gap that we have. Okay. So just pulling it nice and tight into there. And then we're just going to pick up one of our amethyst colour, thread that on, and then follow down those 7 beads. And don't forget to go through that single bead that we added as well. Okay.
Was that a deliberate kind of plan to do it that way and to finish off with those smoky quartz?
I just
those
kind
smoky
of, I was kind
beads.
of playing with it, and I thought I knew I wanted an extra colour in the side there, and I don't tend to follow patterns very often. I tend to play around myself. And I thought, well, how am I going to get a nice colour in there? And so I just thought, we'll work his way back down again. And it also adds extra strength to your bracelet.
Yeah, it does, you're right.
Yeah, because I mean, this thread is super strong anyway.
Yes.
But the more times that you work along your bead path, the stronger and more robust your bracelet's going to be. So again, down that 7.
Because I think a lot of people would not have thought in that way. They would have thought, right, okay, we'll just go all of the way down.
You try and add everything as you go along, but sort of working up and down kind of works. And then again, adding another size 8 of the amethyst, a corresponding colour. You could use any of the colours, they would work beautifully together. And coming down those 7 and making sure you go through that single bead that you added on there as well. I mean, I'm doing it kind of a bit more awkward because I'm laid flat doing it. I would just kind of pick it up myself.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so, and just making sure everything's keeping nice and neat. But you see how this side is all kind of wobbly?
Yeah.
And these sides are kind of smoothing
all
the way
behaved.
out. Yeah, so it just brings everything together. And it really is just as simple as this, working your way down. And then what I would do is when I got to the end, at one side, I'd start working with this, the second needle, and work down the other side.
Okay.
And then I would just tie off at the bottom. So I'd get to in between maybe here.
Yes.
So coming out here and here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just move that across a little bit.
Yeah.
So before we add this section here where we started to add our 7 beads, so it'd be coming out at this point. Yeah. And then I would tie it off in an overhand knot there, and your bracelet would be finished.
And the knot would just disappear inside one of those?
Yeah, just make sure it's a really, really nice, tight, secure knot, and it would just disappear within. Yeah.
Oh, let's watch the rest of this side going up.
Yeah, we'll just finish this side. So it's quite a quick bracelet to make, and I love the fact that you don't have to add any thread, because adding thread.
But I think the main thing that we've seen here is actually that's a really good way to work, actually, if you think about it. If you're making these kind of, diamond shapes around something like a pearl, adding that final bead, leaving that gap, and then adding that final bead later really brings everything in order and keeps it there as well.
Yeah.
Because that's often the thing with seed beaded pieces, isn't it? Is oh, sorry, I've just taken that off and you're looking at it. The reason I was taking it off was just really so that you can see. Because sometimes when you have them on a display stand, I'm sure you would have seen it 1,000 times and probably done it 1,000 times yourself, looks fantastic. But when you start wearing it, that's where if at any time it's going to start looking, a little bit out of the perfect shape you created it. But because you've got that extra rigidity and actually that extra bead in the centre, which has just brought everything into order again and again and again.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. And again, that 8mm bead just perfectly. There's no kind of stretching, but it's locked in beautifully at the end.
It's also great for those people that don't like metals against the skin, because you're using everything within the kit. There's no metals in there.
Yes, that's true. And actually, you just have the surface of the pearls predominantly because of the size of the pearls. But that's phenomenal. And just to remind those people on the loop, it's 6 and then 15 around the loop. I'm going to be saying that in my sleep tonight.
I'll pop. There is a picture of that piece, the necklace. I'll pop the amount of beads on that post on my Facebook page.
Okay, good. Yeah, because actually what we've got is it's very similar. This diamond work again, coming right the way through. These are beautiful. I love these shapes. Are gorgeous. Really, really nice. Love them. I've got a lot of people. Oh dear. I'm sorry. I don't nag about baskets because I don't like to be nagged, so I don't like to nag. Therefore. But it's okay, because I know it's all right, Becky, because when I'm on, people do behave when it comes to checking out baskets. They're not just going to leave them there. They're not just going to leave them there. Zoe and Isabel and Julie and Veronica and people like that wouldn't do that. Wouldn't do that. You wouldn't do that, Carol, would you? You wouldn't leave it in the basket. It's fine. Anyway, nag over. Done.
The size 8 beads can go so far as well. So it's the first kit I've had with all the same size seed beads.
Yes, usually you would have some 8s and some 11s and
Yeah, so as I kind of looked at it at first and thought, oh, they're all the same size, but then thought, oh, I can have a lot of fun with that. Also, the piece on the end,
Yes.
which have got little peyote tubes.
Yes.
Last Monday evening, I
Yes.
did the demo for that. So the
Oh,
demonstration
brilliant.
for that is actually from last Monday on YouTube.
Good. Fantastic. That's such a nice piece. Gorgeous,
And that's
isn't it?
really versatile because I've used the little peyote tube in the bracelet as well.
Oh, actually, now you've now just one more thing. I think I would like us to see if we can, because we have pretty much reached the end. So, if you can demonstrate for us, we've just got one more smoky amethyst to add, and then we'll just see you tying it off if that's okay. Can I just give you a quick reminder of what's in the kit? Because it's 3 strands of your shell pearls. You've got your 6mm lavender and your 8mm and 10mm plum. That's your shell pearls. In your seed beads, you've got the smoky amethyst, which are the Miyuki matte transparent smoky amethyst 8Os. You've got your Miyuki Aurora Borealis 8Os and your galvanized gold 8Os as well, plus the 50 yards of fire line, which is the crystal fire line. So that's, I mean, it's just, was it just over or nearly 46 metres if you want it in new money, which is brilliant at $26.95, which for me feels like it's just the seed beads. Do you know what I mean? It really does. Right, now here's the crucial finishing off. Once we've taken all of those smoky amethyst, you know, the extra ones which make everything behave to make the perfect diamond.
So everything's behaving now and sitting really beautifully. So like I said, our thread's coming out at the end of these 7, so the groups of 7 that we put on to start with.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and then all we're going to do is I've taken the needles off because I tend to stab myself while I'm tying
Yeah,
knots.
we don't need them now, do we?
Yeah, and just a simple overhand knot, so over, and that first one I usually do twice.
Okay, so surgeon's
it's
knot.
more like a surgeon's knot, and just very gently making sure that you're getting the knot in the right place. So give it a nice big pull, and that's just popped in.
I just
Did
heard
you
it
see
pop, yes.
Yeah, just popped inside, and then...
That's a satisfying noise, isn't it?
Isn't it? Yeah, and then the opposite direction.
I mean, it doesn't make me want to train to be a surgeon, to be honest. But
No, no.
Listen, let's see if we can get it again.
No, it's not going to pop in.
No,
between
that one
this
didn't
time.
pop. But
Yeah, so
because there's
giving
one
that a
in there
really
already.
A nice tug, and that's done. And then just you can snip it off really quite close. If you're a bit nervous about just tying a knot and leaving it, you could just bob a tiny little dab of glue on there, but you don't really need it.
Well, no, because you've been up and down there like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah. So all done.
I love it. Are you inspired? I really, every time I see a seed bead demo, one, I'm absolutely mesmerised and fascinated by it. And we always learn something new. You might think, oh, it's another seed bead demo, here we go. But when you look at them and you watch them, you get something different, I think, from every one. And if you look at the perfection of Katie's work, which you can see on our Facebook page now as well, if you just go and have a look on Jewellery Maker's Facebook page, and on JM Guest Designer Katie Parker as well, you'll see full pictures of all of the pieces that that Katie's made. But now we know how to do the diamonds. It could be a necklace, it can be a bracelet, it can be earrings, pendant, whatever you want it to be. Thank you, Katie.
You're welcome.
Love it, love it, love it. Right, gotta go back over there. Oh, well, I was smiling earlier, and you might have thought, what's he smiling about? We've managed to wear Becky down. And we've got another mystery box. Yay, 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 yay. Right, she said don't shake it. Why? Okay, okay, right. It's some kind of something in a pot, she says. So don't shake it, for heaven's sake, or you're going to spend the rest of the evening trying to fish it out. Ooh. Oh, I thought it was going to be a finding. I thought it was going to be a finding of some sort, but it's not. It's a gemstone. Is that what I think it is? Oh, my word. Right. Be very careful, Derek. This is a collector's stone. Definitely a collector's stone. Have a little look. We have got an Orissa iolite for you. Look at the colour. How often do you see, you know, a gem quality, you know, straight into a gold setting gemstone available. Do you want me? Let me just. I'm going to pick this up and just. Okay, don't watch me pick it up though, because you know, right? You got your safety equipment on, Pete, just in case. Yeah, get your goggles out just in case. I'm going to pop it there, just on top of my finger, and I'm going to stay perfectly still. Look at that. That's a delicious stone. Now we're calling it a triangle. In the gem trade that would be known as a trilliant. We only have, well done Maria, straight in. Well done. Oh, imagine. Pair of earrings. I mean, you might already have a 6mm mount that these can go straight into. $6.95. That's a half-carat stone. Do you know the great thing to do with the trilliant shape as well is back-to-back them, because they make the most incredible piece, and two together, end to end, look like the biggest marquise cut. Well, I don't think I've, well, bar the garnet that we had earlier, I don't think I've had any gems like this here at JM. No, it's amazing. Do you work with cut stones like this, Katie, ever?
No, I've not. I've worked with some of the larger ones with some wire.
Cabochons, yeah.
Yeah, but that is beautiful.
How sweet is that?
Yeah, to find a lovely setting for that would be absolutely.
Yeah, you'd have to create some prongs for that, wouldn't you? You'd have to prong set that, really, wouldn't you? But then you can create really, really delicate prongs, can't you?
Yeah. What
would you use? Because this is 6mm. So what would you use to create the prongs? I know it's not your speciality necessarily, but what advice-wise, if I was asking your advice?
I'd be using sterling silver. I'd probably have a little bit of an experiment because I've not done it with gemstone.
Have a play first, it's got quite a good. Oh, here comes that word again. It's got a good girdle. Oh, well, actually, on a 6mm stone, it's not going to have the biggest girdle in the world, is it? It's going to be detailed work, this, isn't it?
Yeah, I've worked with one that's a bit bigger, a 10mm, and worked sort of over the stone with 2 pieces of wire, so maybe sort of a miniature version of that.
Nice. I wonder how much this should have been, because I don't think it should have been $6.95. We will never know, because they've now all gone. Right, number 2 now. Ah, so this is nice. Actually, most of the times when we see a strand of this stone, it's the same colour shade all of the way through, which is fine and dandy, it's wonderful, but it's quite nice to see a strand with lots and lots of different colours. It almost makes it a little bit ditzy, doesn't it? I do like that word. 40 carats, multicoloured Amazonite. Amazonite's a beautiful stone to work with as well. If you love sort of real sort of Caribbean blues, Amazonite's a fantastic stone to go with. And again, it has this wonderful, and you only see it when you really get it home and examine the strand. It has this wonderful sort of, like a feathering that goes through every stone. It honestly, look at the colour tones as well. You've got some that are sort of a neon apatite kind of character, but almost in a green. You know, it's almost like a seafoam green. Love it. $5.95. It's the last 10 though. It's a miss it, miss out, I'm afraid. It's a miss it, miss out opportunity. It's a nice stone, isn't it? It's very cool. Very cool. Well done, Julia. Nikki. Madeline. Unikite. Yeah. I'm programming something now. If I can spit the words out, that's coming up in the morning. In the morning. This is coming up in the morning. Who is it with? Do we know? It's lovely Elle in the morning for the morning show. 8:15 in the morning. This is your alarm clock deal. A fantastic strand of Amazonite rounds. And that's all I can tell you. 8:15 in the morning with Elle. Brilliant. Right, let's go now to number 3. We've got a connector for you now. Little pendant. Oh, it's an amber. It's very dark amber, actually. You know they say, well, not they say, fact, the darker the amber, the older the amber. This is cherry amber. That's a lovely colour, actually, isn't it?
Beautiful.
You have connectors on both ends. Or, of course, what you can do is have it that way. Oh, and follow the, these tweezers. Follow the same convention that Katie did on the first kit tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Using your, you know, creating almost like a waterfall design with graduated chain. And that would be the centerpiece for a wonderful, wonderful necklace. In fact, you could use those. Remember those sparkly tubes that we had earlier?
Oh, yeah.
From this, you know, coming out. That's very nice. £12.95. You don't see much of the cherry amber around either, to be honest with you. You just don't see many of them at all. And this is last in stock. In fact, this is happening an awful lot now with our amber. We feel like we had, you know, plentiful bounty. They're the words. For a long, long time, ever since the birthday week, we felt like that we were almost swimming in a sea of amber, whereas now we're looking at the last opportunities. Now, just put it there just to give you an idea, but actually looks quite good, doesn't it? As the top of a wire-wrapped ring. You know, obviously around the connect, you use your connectors as the anchors, I suppose, don't you? Yeah. And then you could almost have some little pearls up there as well.
Brooch as well. Sort of build some more wire work up around it, because brooches are really making a comeback.
Yeah.
Really making a comeback.
Yeah, I love brooches. I think they're so nice because they actually mean something. You know, if you buy someone a brooch, it means something, and I don't know why. If you look back, it's often a brooch that, you know, it's one of those things that's been through someone's life. It doesn't doesn't get lost generally. It's quite treasured. You know, they do sort of come in and out of fashion, which means that actually you wear them for a while and then they go away, and they go away for a long time. So actually they're with you many, many years. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, they can become beautiful.
Which is quite nice to look back on, isn't it? I was thinking this age of, you know, everything being digital and instant and everything else. You know, like the teenagers of today, what kind of keepsakes are they going to have in the future? There's nothing in 19 at all. Oh, 9. Yeah, do you know what I mean? What are people who are 19 now going to have as keepsakes when they're 60 odd? Real things that you can hold. Do you know what I mean? Because you might have, you know, toy cars and, you know, things that from your childhood, real things that you could hold in your hand. Old cameras, old photograph. Remember photographs, kids? Look at this. Your favourite gemstone, Katie?
It is beautiful, stunning.
I love it. It's funny, isn't it, actually, because you really do think with labradorite, well, you know, smaller pieces, what are they going to give me? What are they going to give me that a great big cabochon doesn't? And the answer is so much. I mean, seriously, so much. You see, I've got this deliberately on a white background. So if anything, I'm trying to play it down. But look at that inner glow going on, even if I'm not moving the stones. It's incredible. It really is our stone, isn't it, really? I think you know, various places I've been over the years, and they've one or, you know, all of them have all had like a signature stone. I really do feel like this is the JM signature stone right now. It's just delicious. It's the one that no one else could really touch us, I think, for our variety of strands that we have and cabochons that we have in labradorite. And do you know what? It's on all day, every day, and yet still these opportunities just wave bye-bye because they fly out of the door every single day.
You can never have enough labradorite, in my opinion.
No, it's stunning.
It's one of them that it just sells.
Yeah.
It just sells, especially with craft fair day today. If you've got labradorite on your stand,
yeah,
you know, you're going to get the interest. Yeah, it draws people in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does, and it's because it's just so naturally attractive.
Yeah.
And you know it's real.
Yeah.
It's genuine. You know, it's not... And I am a bit of a purist when it comes to gemstones. I've never hidden it at all. You know, I quite understand there are a lot of treatments which are, you know, accepted, which is fine. Heat treating to enhance colour and everything else, not a problem with that whatsoever, because actually, if you saw it before it was heated, a lot of gemstones before they were heated, you would say, ooh, actually, maybe not. You know, there are certain coatings and things that, you know, are used sometimes for gemstones, which can improve the look of them and the shade of them. But I'm quite a purist. I love things like this. It's just taken out of the ground and cut and faceted, and Mother Nature's done the rest of the work for you. I love it. Oh, can we do 8, please? Sorry, Kerry. Only because you'll understand when you see them. I got some featherweight head pins. Now I know the last time I was here with featherweight head pins, a great earwig fell out of the ceiling and dropped into my pot of featherweight head pins. Caused hilarity. So hopefully that won't happen this time around. 925 sterling silver plated with gold, featherweight head pins, 40mm, and then you've got 100 of them. Now I just need a tiny price tag, Becky, for these. No pressure or anything, but the tiniest price you can find, please. Watch this. 100, and the featherweight ones, you go through them like there's no tomorrow. You've always got to have a stash of featherweight head pins, because in the most bizarre places, you suddenly have use for them.
Yeah, you need your high-end gemstones. They usually go through all your high-end gemstones.
Yeah.
And you do need them.
They're stunning. You'll have to excuse my cracked pot. Shall I put them out on the doodah? I'll put them out on the doodah. There you go. I love them. I think they're great. And you're right. Think of all the strands that we've had tonight that have been extremely high-end. The red spinel, the blue sapphire, the tanzanite strands that we've had tonight, even some of the finer pearls as well.
Yeah, definitely.
You could use these for, because the head of these, as you can see on the details there, the ball is around about 1mm, but obviously the gauge of the head pin itself is considerably smaller. In fact, that must be, I wonder what the gauge is for that, but it must be considerably less than.
Would that be I think it's less than a 4mm, isn't it?
Yeah. It feels like a 0.25.
Yeah.
But either way, when you've got the 1mm bead ball on the end, brilliant. You can go into those smaller gemstones. That's a brilliant resource to have. 100 of those there for you for £10.95. Again, you can give us a call, remember. Call as many times as you like, or check out as many times as you like. It's only £2.95 PMP. Let's do another resource. Ooh, I nearly lost then. Let's do another resource while we're here, which is, crimp bead covers. Yeah, crimp covers. Are you looking for some at the moment, Katie?
I've bought some recently.
Have you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you go through those as well, don't you? Because the thing is, once you've used a crimp cover, I'm guessing here completely, but once you've started using them, you can't be without them, can you?
If you make your piece and you haven't got it, you just, well, I can't sell that now until I get it, because it's just not finished off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Superb, aren't they? Really, really good. And again, crimps themselves look good, but once you've used a crimp bead cover, that's it. You're spoiling, you spoil yourself, don't you, really? And you have to have them from there. So, 3mm, and you're getting 50 of these. Keys in really nicely with the last offer as well, doesn't it? £9.95. Because again, these are sterling silver. And what's the? Do we show the grammage on this? I don't know if we do on this. No, we don't on this, because it's not about the gram weight necessarily, is it? Because you're using them all on different pieces as well. But you know, whatever the gram weight is, it's quite substantial, I have to say. But then to plate them in, you know, gold as well. And someone has the arduous. I wonder how the heck that happens. Does someone do that? Because there's no way that they are plating them in batches of 50. Someone has the job of counting from thousands. Maybe it's done by weight. I wouldn't fancy that job, let me tell you. £9.95. Exquisite designs, Katie, as always. I've been in hospital for the last few months, missed so many demos and deals, and Derek's sense of humour. Bless you. Aww. Thank you. You haven't put your name on that, but thank you. Bless you. Laura says, after a bad day, had a lovely evening watching great demos and smiley faces of people who are as enthusiastic as me about JM. Love to all the crew. Thank you, Laura. That's very kind. That's very kind, isn't it? Now, it is such a family. We were saying this before in the dressing room when we were getting ready, weren't we? Was that because Ivy House that JM is based on. I know lots of you have been here for a workshop and you know it is. It's literally, it is a house. When we say Ivy House, it's not. That's not, you know, a corner building on an industrial estate. This is a former stately home, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it will be again. You know, when we move on one day, I'm sure. But isn't it beautiful? It's a wonderful place, isn't it?
Like I said, when I come here, it's like coming into somebody's home, into a part of my family's home.
Yeah, it is. It really means something here, doesn't it? And I'm so glad you get a sense of that at home. I have to say, I mean, I've worked for, as you know, it feels like 110 channels since I started on telly 13 years ago. And I have to say, there isn't a nicer place to be. And it's not just the place; it's the people and the fabric. It's the software and the hardware. If you get my meaning, such a nice bunch of people here, and all of the guest designers are just wonderful, and they are really inspiring. And I tell you what, you know, when you think to yourself, there'll be some of those that just don't get on. Do you know what I mean? There'll be her going, look at her designs. No, there's not a bit of that here at all. It's a shame, really, because I like a bit of a gossip, but, you know, there's just, everyone loves each other, don't they?
No, we all get on brilliantly together.
Yeah. We saw Jem, who was with Becky this afternoon. We all had a big love-in, didn't we? A big cuddles with Jem. Oh, sorry, I'm being told, shut up now and say star by. Sorry, I can talk a glass eye to sleep. And we must do some more strands. I've got some turquoise for you now. I have some turquoise for you now. Now, you know I'm rubbish with names. Tomorrow night, at the same time, I have another Katie, which is brilliant. Which is brilliant, because I'm rubbish with names. So we have lovely Katie Reed tomorrow night, which is good. In fact, I must go and have a look on her Facebook page, because Katie's a great fan of a vlog and a video, or whatever they call them. You know, when you when she does little videos, little live videos to show us what she's up to. So I must go and have a little look and see what she's got planned for tomorrow night. Love her shows; they're very, very good. Very, very. Look at this. Okay, now this is US turquoise, which is highly sought after. Some of this, I don't know if you want to have a real close journey around. Would it be easier if I east-west, Pete? Oh, actually, that's fine. You can see all of them perfectly there, can't you? You see some of them are matrix less. See what I mean? Some of them are very, very, you know, very... Actually, I'll put them down there, Pete, and you can have a little travel along. It's like looking down at the Earth from space, isn't it? Some of those are as clear as Sleeping Beauty, aren't they? 15 carats. Okay, my first bidder here is Sheila in Washington. And we checked yesterday, didn't we, Sheila? And you're in the Washington that's in America, Washington. And this comes from Arizona. This tells me all I need to know about the kind of prices and the kind of offering that we have. If someone from America, it's the country this comes from, is buying this from us, who've had it flown from the US to here, probably via whoever brokered it as well. So it probably, I'm guessing it's probably gone via India, I would imagine. So from the US to India, to the UK, for us to then send it back to the US. Go figure. Makes sense, doesn't it? Just shows you, I think, I said this last night, Katie, I think JM is something unique in the world.
Is, yeah.
I don't think there's anything like it in the world.
No, it's totally different from anywhere else that you
Isn't
can buy
it?
from. Yeah.
Well, it beats just walking into a shop, doesn't it, and just looking at things. Yeah. Gets to have a real chat and a natter with us, don't you? Collectors coming in Cheshire. Well done. Catherine. Maria's there in West Yorkshire. Joy is in Essex and in Devon. That's amazing. Do you know it's funny? Really, really funny. And you'll remember this, Katie, I'm sure as well. In terms of turquoise as a gemstone, you used to be able to buy great big lumpy bumpy nugget necklaces of turquoise about 10 years ago, and they were relatively 10 a penny.
Yeah.
Weren't they?
Yeah. They were.
Really, really affordable.
Yeah.
I don't know what suddenly happened. I honestly, it's about 5 years ago, it was like all of that supply dried up. I can't even remember where that... Oh, there's something crawling, look. Ooh.
Ew.
Ooh. Oh, it's one of those frips. You know those little things that land and walk all over you? There you go. No frips were harmed in the making of this show. What was I saying? Where did the turquoise come from that we used to get 5 to 10 years ago? Great big lumpy nuggety, you know, the kind of thing.
Huge pieces.
Massive pieces. I mean, honestly, some of the necklaces that they made were just outrageous. But of course, because the colour turquoise is so popular, I mean, the closest you can get now is sort of howlite dyed the colour of turquoise. But this is real, genuine turquoise. But it's funny because if you've got some of that great big nuggety, lumpy, bumpy turquoise from anything more than sort of 5 years ago, do you know what? Hang on to it for dear life because, you know, because it's a natural resource as well, if you think about it, as in the gemstone, it only has a sort of finite supply, doesn't it? And the US, you know, the Sleeping Beauty turquoise mine, we are coming on 4 years, I think, since that closed in Arizona. There's the Kingman mine, which is bringing out some turquoise, but again, very erratic supply. And there are so many gem hunters that are all... It amazes me, though, how few of the American gem hunters actually get the material. You know, because channels that I've worked for previously and here, we seem to be able to get the supply, albeit limited, in small parcels, but I mean, there's not this kind of turquoise. It doesn't seem like there's this kind of turquoise. Even at the JCK show, which is the big trade show in Las Vegas, that happens every year. That's where the world's retail jewelers go to source all of their, you know, gemstones for the following seasons. But even at JCK, turquoise. Anybody know of any turquoise? You know, they're all the buyers are asking each other, turquoise. Now, point me in the direction of some turquoise. No, not. You know, and that's a show in Vegas, the world's biggest. And correct me if I'm wrong. I think my geography is about right here. But Arizona and Vegas are not a million miles from each other. Yeah, it's like, is it the next state? Certainly close. Yes, you're right. So. Like us going from here in, let's call it the Midlands, going down to London or down to Brighton, you know, it's like there, a veritable stone's throw away. I've never quite got my head around that. But you know what? Who cares? The fact is you can get it right here, right now, $29.95. Catherine in Hampshire, 2 of these coming your way. Maria in West Yorkshire. Collector in Cheshire, well done. Violet, you've got a strand as well to check out. Julia, Janice as well. And Janet's got hers in Buckinghamshire. Well done, congratulations. That's a lovely strand. I could stay with that all night long. That's why it was there on the T-bar, you see. No, nothing there. 11. We have got another amber pendant. It's never 10 to 10. It's never 10 to 10. It can't be. It cannot be. Ah. So glad I'm back tomorrow, because it feels like we haven't really got going tonight. Do you know what I mean? So I'm glad I'm back tomorrow. So, Baltic Cognac Amber now. That looks to me, it looks like the colour of a glass of wonderful... Have you ever had an almanac after dinner? You know when you go to a posh do, and you'll have all the, you know, all the trimmings, and the dessert, and the cheese and biscuits. And then comes... That's why I am the size I am now. And then out comes the cognac and the almanac. Oh, it's beautiful. It's like the sunrise. Again, you could do your chain work with this one as well, couldn't you, Kate?
Yeah, but if you got the connectors early, you could make sort of the pendant and then the connectors with the dark cherry amber either side. That'd be beautiful.
Do you know what I'm seeing now around this? You know the Miyuki gold 8-0s that you had before?
Yeah.
You could almost, I think, create some kind of gold bordering.
Yeah, you could weave them in, yeah.
Yeah, with that, couldn't you?
I'd even weave in the turquoise.
Ooh, now then.
Turquoise and amber would be beautiful together.
I've never thought of that as a combo,
Yeah.
actually.
Turquoise
You're right, though.
Yeah, they work.
Who'd have thunk it? Oh, one more, and then it's time to go. One more, right. Oh, can we do 13, please? Oh, can I change my mind? 15. I love chains. If we get time, we might go back to 13. But I do love chains. I've got a bit of I've got a bit of a thing about chains. I love seeing all of the different designs. Look at this. This is very nice indeed. And because this is individual links, you've got that articulation every centimetre or so. There's another point of articulation, which for a jewellery designer is fantastic, because you know what? There's a hole there and you can get in, which means you can get in with a featherweight head pin or a needle and some fire line or some monofilament or whatever you want to. How beautiful is that? I love it. And because it's got big polished surfaces on it, almost like, forgive the rubbish description, but almost like a spoon back reflection. Do you know what I mean? You know when you pick out, you've just done the dishwasher and you pull out the teaspoons and they've got that wonderful shine to them. That's what you've got going on in this. And can you see the size of the... I mean, I'm not sure what the size the holes are, but I do know that I have a piece of 0.4. This is always my yardstick. Is my little piece of 0.4. Yeah, I can... Oh, no, I missed. Yeah, that's gone into my hand. Wow, you know what? I really must get my eyes... I've just had a new prescription as well for my eyesight. But the 0.4 goes through, and it wouldn't interrupt the flow. So if the 0.4 goes in there, the 0.25 would go in there even easier.
Brilliant, yeah.
Featherweight head pins would go in there with your precious gemstones. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. Listen, honestly, come on, let's go for a walk. Sorry, I've got shorts on. I have to keep pulling them back down again. I don't know why. It's a bit weird. Strange shaped man that I am, but there you go. Katie, I can't believe it's time to go. It's time to go again. I've just got to quickly show you this Unikite that's coming up in the morning. It's called our alarm clock deal. I think I said that correctly. Alarm clock deal. I feel like there's something in my hair, and there might be. There's an alarm clock deal coming up with Elle in the morning. It's this Unikite strand of rounds. I know nothing more than that, but you have to be there. So set your alarm for about 8:13, because at 8:15, you've got to have both eyes open and ready to grab this as the alarm clock deal in the morning. Fantastic. So lovely, Katie. When are you back with us?
2nd of August.
2nd of August, which is, well, that's only a few days away, isn't it? Oh, it's not a couple of weeks, isn't it? We're in the middle, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yes. And so that's a Friday, did you say?
I'm not even sure what day of the week that is.
Right, fantastic.
It's a late.
Do you know what the kits are yet?
They're arriving tomorrow.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
What are you expecting? Do you know? Do they ever tell you what the kits are?
I do know what's in there. I know I've got some seed beads.
Yeah.
Yeah, and some gemstones.
Fantastic. Lovely. And we will keep track of you, of course, via Katie's Facebook page, which is JM Guest Designer Katie Parker. Thank you, Katie. I've had a lot of fun tonight. It's been fantastic. Come back and see us again soon. I will be back tomorrow, swapping one Katie for another. I'm here with Katie Reid tomorrow night at 6 o'clock for the Late Show. Thank you to the wonderful team, and I'll see you tomorrow night at 6. Lots of love. Bye-bye.
Buying from Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier. To the product description with all of the key information. Then the price comes on, and whether you join at the beginning or at the end of the offer, everyone pays the final on-screen price. So when you see an item that you would like to buy, simply pick up the phone and dial our free phone number, and you'll get through to our UK-based call centre. Alternatively, you can join us at www.JewelleryMaker.com.